Check.
0600, what's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Morning Mayhem starts now with David Bazzel, Roger Scott,
Present,
and Justin Moore. Live from the OAKLAWN Racing Casino Resort Studio. OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Well, sometimes you have to go all out when you're the king, and you can't help it, you know? Because there's only one man that's a king. God picks him, hand plucks him. One night, God looked down all the millions and millions and millions of people, man. And he decided which one was the best. It was me.
All right, Randy, it's 6:09. You know what we do for all the 609ers across the world? We move it. Let's go.
Hit that guy on that. Move it. Hey, baby, we're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. Baby.
I like it a lot.
This is your home. You hear that? That's special. There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one razorback. Number one.
What's that bulge in his pocket?
There he is.
I love you, buddy.
Love you too, buddy.
You're all terrible.
Los Angeles.
I'm so sick of your ignorance. You're so ridiculous.
Listen, that was a sloppy Los Angeles. Very sloppy. Gotta be better than that.
And that's something you can get at So Restaurant, the Black Sack and the sloppy Los Angeles. Welcome to Moe's.
I've been to you, bro.
No, it's a restaurant.
Hello, bus sisters. I don't know who you are.
Here we go.
Los Angeles.
March down!
Get your damn act together, okay? Settle down just a little bit. Don't like your attitude.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let's get this party started. It is 7:11 Eastern Time. If you're here in the, as I said, the great state of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, we are here for the SEC Media Days. Good morning, Roger. How are you?
Good morning, David. I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Good morning, Josh.
Morning, lads. Plus Randy. How are you all?
We got a
Good morning, Josh.
Can you believe Double R's back again today?
No, I can't. He's about ready to go get breakfast.
Breakfast is getting close behind us. I almost didn't wake Randy up. He was, let's just say, he was sawing some logs in a very positive way, and I just said, should I just leave him there? And no, he wanted to be up and at him, get going, and here he is. Day two.
All right.
Raj, did you realize I witnessed one of the rarest feats, I'm guessing, in all of humanity last night?
Is that David Bazzel sleeping?
David Bazzel sleeping. It was bizarre.
Yeah, I know.
We were watching the home run derby.
It put me to sleep.
And things got really quiet, and
Yeah.
I thought,
Look how
is
cute
David
he is.
okay?
Yeah.
And next thing I look over there, he is sound asleep, snoring. I mean, he's sawing logs.
Yep.
And I thought, I can't go over there and wake him up.
Nope.
I can't. But I started to take a picture, but I was afraid it was going to break my camera. So I just let him sleep because he looks so peaceful.
Yeah, it's not like him to. It's not like it.
That is amazing.
He's a unicorn when you see him sleep.
I was pooped last night, Randy. Listen, we both had long days and busy days, and I slept good last night. Got up early this morning. I got a fun show today. Got some monster teams that are going to be here. I mean, you're talking about blue bloods: Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. All have lots of money, lots of history. We'll break down some of the history of Arkansas versus those teams. You might be surprised. The records of some of those, more recent and all-time. But we'll do that today. But they are, you're talking about the standard of the SEC is Texas and Georgia right now. I mean, they are the two Sarkisian and Kirby Smart. You heard Lane Kiffin say they are the class of the SEC in terms of coaching and programs and money. So they will be here today. I presume we start with Trey Schapp's here as well. Trey's been working hard doing.
Oh, the video he did late last night, David, that is quality. It's on Facebook, maybe Twitter, but that is professional stuff.
Yes.
And nobody's doing it better than my man over there, Trey Schapp.
Yeah, doing a good job. And it will, we wonder,
with his own equipment, no less.
What's that?
With his own equipment, no less.
Yeah, that's right. That is his camera. That's correct. And today, obviously, when you get these guys, you got two teams that will be playing. For a fact, will be in the national championship hunt today. I mean, this year. So you don't know about Tennessee. You've heard Tennessee's going to be better. Well, the Heat. We've talked about the Heat being on Hugh Freeze. It'll be interesting to see what he has to say today. I think right now, Trey or Randy, is it in the order? Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. Yeah, let me look at my notes here. Let me see here. I'm not sure if it is.
That's at least the way it was presented online.
Yeah, no, I've got the. Let me see. I've got Auburn, Georgia. It's Auburn. Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. So,
all right, so alphabetical then.
I completely. I think I just did mine.
Well, USA Today had them in that order that you just listed.
They did. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see. It doesn't really matter. We're going to take them when we get to them. Today is National I Love Horses Day. We are the OAKLAWN studio, so I think that we should work towards Roger and Josh having a horse show up in the studio at some point, just to brand even more with OAKLAWN. This might could be a small pony. It is national. I mean, don't we have once a week where you bring up your dog? Why can't we bring up small ponies? What the heck?
I don't know why we don't. I don't know why Joe Klein can fit in here. A horse can.
Yes, National I Love Horses. They do want to thank, in addition to OAKLAWN being the sponsor in the studio, Frank Fletcher, our sponsor for our travel. We are in a Fletcher vehicle, and we could not be more appreciative of that. We did not have the bus truck because the bus truck is broken down. And so need to get that fixed or get us a new one of the others. Much traveling we're doing, I think we need to get another one. So I'm not sure who's going to do that, but I think just taking that sucker back in the shop is not going to do it anymore. I mean, we've really run that thing hard.
That is critical of the way management has handled the bus truck.
I'm just being matter of fact. We've run that thing in the ground.
Yesterday it was a credit card. Today it's and we have squeezed a bunch of it.
When you're out in the battle, you're out in the battlefield. It gives you a different perspective. It's a reminder. Hey, listen, we need help. We need support, and we need to get a new. Listen, we still have, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember that show with no name.
Yeah,
on the side of the bus truck.
That. Yeah,
we have had this show on for 4 years.
Is that right?
Morning Mayhem, but we still have. So again, I'm just pointing out to anybody who cares out there. I do it myself, but I can only.
Steve Qualls had mentioned that to us the other last time we were not last time, but in the recent past that he wanted to measure, and at the very least he'd be able to match up things and cover up show with no name with Morning Mayhem. But the truck left or whatever, and it happened, and he wasn't able to do that. So he had, just like he does with everything else, is always trying to help. We weren't able to do that, and of course I don't know how old the buzz truck is, but it's
I don't know how many miles it's got on that sucker. I'm telling you, we wear that thing out. We have worn it out for years.
Yeah, we've been blessed by it, I guess.
Yeah, listen, we've been very grateful to have sponsors who like for us to come to their place, and that's all the shows, not just Morning Mayhem, everybody. And
you know what? I guess, what does that mean now? Does that mean we can get your sponsor name on the truck as well?
Probably.
To help get a new one.
But listen, we have not, Randy. We do not have our name on that darn buzz truck.
I didn't know there were other programs on the buzz except for Morning Madness.
No, Drive Time Sports is on there. Yes.
Okay.
Got an interesting show today. So I think everybody, as always, we have on Tuesday. We have Rick Schaefer at 7, brought to you by Edwards Food Giant.
Are we going to have Randy on during that time?
I don't know. We'll see. Well, listen, he's doing his prep over here. He's got notes right. I don't know what he's focused now. I'm not sure if we'll have
you
him.
can't bother me right now.
Randy's focused. That's
Rick Schaefer at 7, John Daly at 7:30. Brought to you by Moe's. We want to thank them for sponsoring our meal delivery of the day, the catering to Kinko's Construction. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Then at 8 o'clock, Kevin Traynor will be stopping by, who was recently released from the U of A Athletic Department. Thought it'd be good to get him on and talk about yesterday and what Greg Sankey did in honoring Bob Holt, and then see what he's willing to share about his employment and what the future holds for him, and with some great memories. And he had a lot of people coming up to him and talking yesterday. I guess the news has gotten out to a lot of people around here that he's officially employed by the U of A for another week or two. But we'll have him on at 8 o'clock. Chuck Gatlin, brought to you by Hubbard Power Sports, will give us the update. We got countdown to kickoff with Taylor Green and Bobby Petrino and Casey Dick next Thursday night. Get your tickets by going to the Buzz website or to the hall. And but that is next Thursday. By the way, too, Trey, you confirmed it, right? Friday morning we're going to have Taylor. Friday morning, Taylor Green's going to. Thursday, not Friday. Thursday morning, because the team will not be here till the afternoon.
Right.
But we've arranged to get Taylor before they take off and head this direction. So that will be on Thursday morning. And then the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have Mr. SEC, Tony Barnhart, been around a long time, and he knows a lot of history about SEC football, and he's outstanding. He helps with the Dodd Award for the top assistant coach in America. So it's going to be a fun show. Last night you had the Home Run Derby, and so did either one of you guys watch it?
Oh, dude, I did not. I don't know. I was doing some other show prep for the rest of the week and did not watch much of anything.
Josh, what about you? Did you watch it? Any of it?
I value my time. So
so Randy and I watched a little bit of it, and I
watched very little of it.
I wanted to see Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh,
yep.
because I have not. We've been talking about him, and boy, he's got a big trunk, if you will, big trunk. I said, and not a big muscular guy, but his lower half of his body, his butt and his thighs are thick, where he probably generates a lot of his power. Mm-hmm. And he's obviously 38 home runs. We talked about it with Rick yesterday about how it's the second highest in the history, only one home run away from what Barry Bonds did in his juiced year and when he hit 72, 73, whatever he is, 74. And I thought he was out last night. Randy, when we were watching, I thought he had been knocked out. You know, he hit 17, and so we wake up this morning and go, he's the winner. I guess, I don't know if we talked about it yesterday. I can't figure out the rules to the darn thing. It's just too complicated. Just give me one round.
Isn't it one-on-one?
Well, no, it's like three different rounds again. No. It's 3 different rounds. You can't figure out it's like, dude, I don't know how
you get 3 minutes, and you get 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man.
Over 425, you get a bonus.
Nobody knows how to keep score.
Then you get 3 outs, and if you end another.
They did it bracket style like 2 or 3 years ago, and that worked out pretty well for them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why they went away from bracket style.
I don't know. Yeah, just make it easy to follow, man. It's just. But anyway, so what I just do, Randy, is we'll just wait to the end to figure out whoever they say is the winner, and it was Cal Raleigh. So he continues to have a heck of a year. You've got the World Series tonight, right here in Atlanta. It's been great for Beyonce, and now the World Series.
The All-Star game.
Yeah, what did I say? World Series. I'm sorry.
Guys, hold on. The Major League Baseball Home Run Derby is.
Boy, you're jumping ahead here.
Well, last year, I guess was it last year, Roger? We went All-Stars World Series.
Guys, Major League Baseball's Home Run Derby is a 3-round. It's a 3-round single elimination tournament featuring 8 players. It shouldn't have been that hard to follow.
Yeah, it was. It was. It's just too much.
Well,
Just give me the old. You know what? In the old school days, you get up there, you got one chance to hit 30 home runs or whatever, and it's over. And you had Chris Berman, back. That's all you had. It was over with. We move on to the game.
Okay.
Yes, that's what that's what I'd rather have, Josh. But anyway, you've got the All-Star game tonight, and so what do we need to know about the All-Star game tonight? You got Judge and Ohtani. Those are the 2 biggest stars in the league. I think I saw where Ohtani is he's not pitching at all. He's just hitting, correct?
No, he started pitching.
He is the starting pitcher tonight.
No, he's not pitching tonight. He's back.
No,
pitching.
I knew he was back pitching, but there was an article in the paper today about him getting, I guess, the leadoff role, which I don't know how that's determined, or I think I saw where he said he would be first at bat.
Batting first.
Yeah. So anyway, again, and then I saw
he's been leading off the Dodgers.
Is that right? So also saw Aaron Judge last night. He is a giant amongst his team. The dude is 6'7". I mean, he is a giant of a
big
dude.
Man.
He is. So anyway, you got that game. Now, who is pitching for both teams? Do we know?
Also, hold on. A question. Rick, somebody on our D3 Auto Sales text line says that Rick Schaefer or Randy, sorry. Somebody said Rick Schaefer guaranteed Cal Raleigh would not win the Derby.
That is correct. That
On
is
drive
correct.
time.
He
That
did.
is correct.
How about that?
It is unbelievable that he won.
Oh, very nice. Well, so he called it out last night. He called
It last night.
the guarantee.
Yeah, we had Neil. We were talking to Neil Atkinson, and he practically guaranteed him, that is, Rick did, that Cal Raleigh would not win. And it didn't look good there for the longest. I got to admit, it looked like that was going to be the case. And because of the tiebreaker, he had 17 home runs. Another player had 17 home runs, but he had a ball that was hit further distance-wise, so that was the tiebreaker that allowed him to move on. The other one that was fascinating to watch last night was the young man from the from the Pittsburgh Pirates, that tall, skinny, 6'5",
O'Neal Cruz?
Cruz, yeah,
he hit one. Josh, I think it was either 5'11" or 5'33". I heard two different numbers, but over 500 feet. He cranked one last night.
Yeah, I think I saw that, but I saw them talking about that before we went out. And anyway, just a busy day here in Atlanta, busy week here in Atlanta, and Razorbacks will not be here until Thursday. We're pretty much last on the gambit. Now, Roger,
513 feet.
Yes. Raj, today I challenged you with having calls today against Razorback football calls against Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. Are you ready to roll?
But did you not catch any of them yesterday?
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was
I had
awesome.
them all. Well, what makes you think that I would not continue on today?
We are having a little technical issue here for the first time. We're going to get Trip Trap Trace Shop. Yeah, we're getting movement here.
Trace, yeah, you getting movement? You got movement? I don't know if that's something. Are we talking about the same thing here?
Now, Roger, let me ask you a question.
All right, sir.
Of these four teams, if you could only pick one win from this, say we all play them. We don't play them all this year because we don't play Georgia, but we do play Texas, Tennessee, and Auburn. Do we play Tennessee this year? I don't think we do.
Yes.
We don't or do? I don't think we, Tennessee.
I thought you said Tennessee.
Yeah, do we play Tennessee this year?
Yeah, go to
Yeah.
Knoxville.
This year you do.
Don't we go to Tennessee? Go Tennessee twice, don't we?
Isn't the schedule
You got too much
flipped
sleep
from last
again.
year?
I know.
Yeah,
So
we do.
would you-
It's Saturday, October 11th at Neyland
Yeah,
Stadium.
we beat Tennessee in Fayetteville last year, and really, if you look at it, we've had pretty good success against Tennessee lately. But
Is
if
this
you
the
had to pick,
first year in the history of the world that the Razorbacks will play 2 games in the state of Tennessee?
that's a good question. That's a good question, Roger.
Thank you. Then I'm out.
Who would you rather beat of the four? Texas?
Well, since
Georgia?
we're not playing Georgia, yes, and with Tennessee and Texas, I think just
Yeah,
based
that was being that's why I was being hypothetical.
No,
If you
it's
had them
okay.
all in 1 year. Which
if you had
would
them all,
rather-
I'd still go Texas on this one, and that's not based on Southwest Conference play days of old as much as it is because of who Texas is as we speak, as good as they are.
Josh, from those, what do you say as a Missouri fan? What do you think the Razorbacks' best win would be of those four?
No, you didn't ask that. Now you said best win. So are you going to give him the same question or not? Because you said best win.
I don't care either one. Take it back if you don't like that. If you don't like the way your answer was to my question, then I will rephrase it to you. Best. What would be your best win?
Texas.
You still going to say Texas? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's going to depend on the year, but I would say right now with the way Texas is humming, as the kids say. So I would say Texas.
All right, Double R. Which would you say? Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, or Auburn?
Always Texas.
You know, I'm sorry. We have been dominated by Georgia. Georgia has completely owned us. I'd rather beat Georgia. I mean, I get it. I get the Texas thing. I never want to lose to Texas, but I'm not so sure that Georgia hasn't been the standard of our conference for the last 5 years. Kirby Smart's won 2 national championships, and we have not come close. We beat them twice, I think. In let me see what I said the record was. We have just not had much success against them. They're 12-4, and that's not counting the SEC championship game, which they dominated us 30-3. We just have not had a lot of success against them. I think the closest, obviously, when you look at it, is going to be Auburn and Tennessee. Roger, how long do you think that we have been playing the University of Texas, as Craig O'Neill would say on his prank phone call?
Since 1896.
The first one was, let me make sure I get this right. Where is it at? It goes back a long way, Roger. 1894. We lost 54-0. How many games have we played against Texas? Go.
75.
Pretty darn good guess, Joe. What do you think, Randy? You want to take a shot at it?
That series started back around the same time, late 1800s, maybe 1895 at 96.
I just mentioned 1894. I just said
okay,
it, so
94.
you were listening.
Okay,
yeah,
no, I wasn't listening.
What would you say?
I'd say there's been at least 70 games between the two.
Yeah, pretty darn good. It's 80 games we have played. They dominated us early on in this series. I mean, like, it just complete owned us for a while. But I'm telling you, boys, we have been pretty successful against them over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
And last year's game was very tight.
Yeah, 20-10. Yeah. That's exactly right. We're 5-3 against them in the last 8 games, Raj. I mean, we of course, it hadn't been the same Texas. Of course, they move into the SEC and they become a powerhouse again. So anyway, we will be hearing Roger's calls of Razorback games against those. Of course, one of those, yours truly, had a pretty good game.
Oh, only 50 tackles.
That's right. It was, and that was the first game.
Besides Dennis Dirt Winston, there's never been a greater game in the history of a Razorback defender than what DB had. He solo tackled, and then he insulted him here at the College Football Hall of Fame, which he could not defend himself. And we're talking about Bo Jackson, but what a game DB had. I still remember that. I recall that to my children. I say, you realize I know number 53, and he had at least 50 tackles that game, and they still are in awe today.
You know, it's crazy. That was the first game in the series. We had never played Auburn at all until 1984 because we weren't in the SEC at that time. And so, anyway, more of that to come. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037 is the number. Do not go away. Live from Atlanta.
River City Flooring presents Pat Bradley in the Zone with Justin and DJ each week. River City Flooring. Find them online at rivercityflooringinc.com. That's rivercityflooringinc.com.
This is Sports Center.
It's day number 2 of SEC Media Days, live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. On day number 1, we saw LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt hit the podium. Today, the big guns come out. It's Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, and Auburn hitting the podium. You can catch coverage all day here on 103.7 The Buzz with David Bazzel, Randy Rainwater, and Trey Schapp. Want to thank all of our sponsors, First Security Bank, Bet Saracen, Kaufman Lumber, UAMS Ortho, and Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels for sponsoring 2025 SEC Media Days coverage. Also last night, Cal Raleigh, the home run leader in Major League Baseball, wins the Home Run Derby. He's the second Mariner to ever do it. Another one, Ken Griffey Jr. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Join 103.7 The Buzz as First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Baz and Trey will be in Atlanta with the latest news, interviews, and highlights. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, Beechwood, Pinnacle Hotels, and Bet Saracen. And be sure to watch 103.7 The Buzz social media for live videos, pictures, and much more. 103.7 The Buzz, live from SEC Media Days, presented by First Security Bank. Bank better.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. If you've traveled in the Netherlands, you've likely seen windmills, canals, excellent cheeses, and delicious stroopwafels. But you might have seen the Dutch flag with a backpack at the end of the flagpole. Why? Around this time of year, high school students receive the word of how their exams have gone and whether they graduated or not. So the flag in a bag sends the message of success, a cracking good custom. Another good custom is we all scream for ice cream. Double B's will help you beat the dog days of summer with an array of frozen treats, from Mr. B's dip flavors in Cabot and Clinton and everything under the sun everywhere else. Double B's, your one-stop summer stop where you gas it, grab it, and go for ice cream. That's Double B's.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
You've waited long enough, y'all. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union Summer Auto Loan Special is rolling full speed ahead, but I'm telling you, it ain't going to last much longer. Ultra low rates starting at 1.99%, no payments for 90 days, and up to 84 months to finance. New, used, or refinance 2023, 24, and 25 models all qualify. But the clock's ticking. This thing shuts down August 30th, so don't let it pass you by. Head to alcoacommunityfcu.org and step into the future with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving 15 counties in central Arkansas.
This is Darren McFadden. I listen to Baz, Justin, and Rod because they got their wood. Yep. Enjoy Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Washington, the quarterback. And the hit at the 42-yard line, Bo Jackson. Boy, they have really throttled him tonight. David Bazzel made the tackle for Arkansas.
Arkansas is getting terrific penetration on that defensive line. They're really flying through there. They know they have to disrupt things. And you can see right here, they're coming through. Good penetration about 4 yards deep by Bazzel. Makes the tackle. As I said before, he's not a very large young man, 6'1", 211 pounds, but boy, is he quick.
Monster. I'll give you credit, Randy, if you can give either one of those broadcasters' names.
No, I didn't recognize
So
him.
that was Lenny Dawson on the color, Kurt Gowdy on the play-by-play. How crazy is that? I have to give credit to Tommy Smith, who years ago, I had never really paid attention who was calling the game. He goes, man, that sounds like Kurt Gowdy. I go back and look, and, of course, Kurt Gowdy, one of the great voices, broadcasters of all time.
Yes.
Lenny Dawson, one of the great quarterbacks of all time. Roger,
yes.
he is the quarterback so famously seen on the bench smoking a cigarette, right?
Smoking a cigarette.
That's right. That's right.
One of the greats.
Look
one
like
of the
a
greats.
non-filter too.
661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the day show. Yesterday was a long day, but a good day. We got a chance to see. I did some stuff with Channel 7 last night. Sully wasn't impressed with anybody. It was a boring day. I thought what Lane Kiffin had to say. Did you guys get a chance to hear what Lane Kiffin had to say, Raj or
I thought
Josh?
we had some audio of that, did we?
He talked about bragging on Oxford. He said, I've had 2-3 different stages to my time in Oxford. Yeah. You know, one is when I first got here. Second one, when my kids, end up going to school here. And then third, I lost my parents last year. One, obviously, the great Monty Kiffin. And he said the way this community stepped up and embraced and helped, he said, I owe Oxford a lot. Man, a lot of people thought this was going to be a quick deal for Lane Kiffin, but I think this is either year 5 or 6. I can't remember. I know it's year 6 because we were trying to hire him too. And we did not get him. There had been some complaints for some that felt like Jimmy Sexton could have made a deal with us, and we did.
No, he did.
Hunter decided was a little bit too much. What was the deal, Randy? What's the story?
He kept playing him. Back then when you said $3 million, that sounded like a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that was the bar just kept kind of creeping up, and then Sexton playing the game that he plays, he just kept going back and forth.
And finally, Hunter said no.
Sides and. Yeah, finally said nothing.
You know what I think? But I think I don't know where else he'll go. I mean, when this all started, he was one of those cats, just like a lot of coaches who. What you think that would be the ultimate for him?
I think Alabama.
That'd be the last stop
ultimately, but he did not. In maybe his rare wisdom, he didn't want to follow Saban.
No, who would have? Well, you don't want to.
The only way he was going to get the job was Saban had to do what he did, retire. But he didn't want to be the next guy. I mean,
who would?
How often have we said this before?
Yeah.
Who wanted to follow Frank Broyles?
Right.
Listen, he had a name in that. But let me ask you this, Baz. I'm sorry to interrupt, just to finish my point on that. Since Randy had stepped into saying that he'd want to go to Alabama, but now with portal and NIL, I mean, unless you just want to have your name on the same ledger of all the greats at Alabama, he can win there, don't you think? With money,
Well,
with the money that he has.
Well,
Bama is Bama.
But
I know.
I'm glad you brought that up, Roger, because that was the thing that was impressive yesterday. He said, we've only had 4 top 10 finishes in the history of Ole Miss football. The history.
Wow.
And Lane Kiffin has won 3 of them. Has got 3 of them in the last 4 or 5 years. And he goes on to say last year they had the most draftees ever, NFL draftees in the history of the program. So I was telling Sully, I said, well, you may not have liked what he had to say, but if you're an Ole Miss fan, you walk away going, wow, I like to hear where this program's going.
Well, I think – sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No, just the point is that he exudes confidence. You may not like him. You may not like when he does social media. I know Justin Moore. By the way, we're going to get Justin back hopefully today.
Wow.
He expressed confidence. If you're an Ole Miss fan, you got to feel good about what's happening in Oxford.
You have to feel excellent. I mean, also not just about football, but about basketball.
Yeah,
the fact that they've I mean, let's be honest. Like they ran into Chris Beard. Kiffin, they went and they got lucky. But they ran into Chris Beard, and when they had these 2 coaches come, what they've done in turn is invest. Right, the fan base has invested. I remember, and I always use this example of when Kiffin was hot, starting off at Ole Miss. Remember there was that Florida Lane Kiffin rumor that we all kind of kicked around. We talked about it. Well, the donor base said we're going to pay Lane, and we're going to pay to take other teams' best players to show the coach that we're serious about him, we're serious about his roster, and we're serious about giving him an opportunity to win at a level he could win at other schools. And so I think that's why Lane's still there, because they are so serious about him and about his program at Ole Miss.
Well, Roger, one part of that discussion, Josh, really, Roger, you were there with me, if memory serves me right.
I was.
We got a chance to be at the Manning Passing Academy, got a chance to hang out with their lead of their NIL. This was, 3 years ago? And let me tell you, they got a stud that's running the NIL department, and Arkansas has completely fumbled that. That we have had, 3 hires over the first 3 years. I mean, it was just, and everybody looked around going, who is this? Nothing against the guys they hired. But it just, I was thinking, you got to, if you're going to have somebody in charge of your NIL, he better be a stud. And I can't recall, Roger, what his background was. I think he was a former baseball or basketball player, but you could tell the minute he sat down, Roger, he was a sharp dude, you know.
And all the other sharp dudes that sat down there with him, they recognized him.
Yep. So back to the Ole Miss. The point was today and yesterday, Sully was, they really didn't give us anything. Well, you know, if the goal here, I just told Sully, the goal of doing this, to me, is, number one, your fan base. Make sure your fan base feels good about what they're hearing about the direction of the program. And the other, you know, you can certainly hype to the media covering this thing, but you don't have to go out and have to say the funny thing anymore. I think fans, you think Razorback fans want to hear, you know, jokes and things? That no, they want to hear something to give them, you know, hope that the program's going in the right direction. And now, listen, they don't have to believe it or not, but I'm just telling you, Brian Kelly yesterday exuded that confidence for LSU. Of course, he's got to. Shane Beamer did yesterday. Shane Beamer was impressive as a young guy. You'll hear it today with Sarkisian. You'll hear it today with Kirby Smart. Now, Hugh Freeze may be a different story. And Josh Heupel, I think you'll hear it from Tennessee. So, anyway, that's sort of to me, that's the goal of being here, and you'll see it on display today. Randy, look, they've opened the doors behind you. Breakfast is served.
Yeah, reading the paper today. I'm sorry, reading the paper today.
I'll see you later.
Roger, last night, you'd be so proud of me. We did not go out to dinner. Double R and I went back to the old Verbo, as the kids call it today.
Yep.
Got out some wheat bread.
Yep.
Got at me some turkey.
Let me hear it.
And some mustard. Boom. Sat down.
Well, let me hear the bell.
Oh my gosh, Roger!
I
cannot.
You know what? Again. You spent. I don't get you.
Trey tried to remind me too. Dad, I'll go get it during the break.
All right, now listen. That is outstanding to have that. What are you drinking? You got the Coke. What's Randy drinking?
Randy, well, listen, no.
By way of double B's.
No,
listen, guys,
hydration
there's something
water.
to listen.
No alcohol last night at all for me and Randy at the house.
Well, listen,
Core
that
hydration
is a must, and I think both of you had to sign papers about that. Listen, for you guys to sit there, how awesome is it just to have the lunch, the food right there? You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything.
Yes.
You got
And
your
he had Lay's
laptop
potato
right there
chips,
on
don't
your.
leave those
You
out.
got
Yes.
chips. You've got all those things. Did you get a jar of pickles?
I did get pickles. I got peanut butter, so
All
get a little
right.
shot of
No
protein.
pickles or yes pickles?
And
No-
strawberry
no pickles.
jam.
I got strawberry jam. No
Nice,
pickles.
guys. Listen, I like that. I like it a lot, and it's maybe it's the beginning of something that we can start.
How was
Hey,
the media food yesterday?
It was outstanding, Josh. Don't you think, Randy? Man, I
Yes.
tell you, the breakfast and lunch was
Yes.
really
What do we have?
impressive.
Tell me about it.
It was
Come
a
on.
chicken, turnip greens. I mean, it was all fish. It was really well done. The breakfast
Salad.
salad. I mean, it was.
And they even had pecan pie for dessert.
What's funny?
What do you do? He sounds like he's doing a riverfront ad already. Do you have your seat staked out for today?
There were 4 big
Yes.
old shrimp that were about the size of my hand that I was able to eat. In fact, I turned that fillet over a couple times to make sure it just cooked the way I wanted
What
to.
are you talking about? You're not talking about here.
I was talking about
Oh,
Uncle
that's it.
Shapur. Wasn't Uncle Shapur
No,
there?
you were dreaming
He
that.
did-
No, he wasn't there last
okay.
night.
I was dreaming that.
It was good.
That's
Matter of
cool.
fact, it's funny downstairs, Roger. You asked where I do have my bag. If we were to show the podium cam, my bag is still down there,
Right.
securing my seat. But they down there, they have.
Why do you like to go down? You're trying to big dog us.
No, this is I'm done.
just to say
no,
no,
No, the little boys are up here.
Well, no, I
Okay,
go both. I go back and forth.
Okay. Oh, I thought you just liked the big
You know,
dog.
speaking of little dog and big dog, before we go to a break here, maybe with Josh here, we can talk about what you're saying right now, Randy, because you big dog Josh at a ball game. What game was this, Josh?
He did
Please,
Tennessee,
let's get this out.
Missouri baseball.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Hold on, Randy. Hold on, Randy.
He
Let
did.
him get it out. Go
He
ahead.
did. No. So there was one seat reserved for the Buzz.
Nope.
There was no.
Thank you.
Hold
It was
on,
called the
Randy.
Buzz.
Randy, let me finish. There was one seat reserved for the Buzz. I was not informed that Randy was going. Here's the thing: if I had known that Randy was going,
Right.
and I had been told this, and he was credentialed, of course I would give up my seat to the legend. Of course, I would be wrong not to. But I show up, and there's a man in a bucket hat in my seat, and I pull back the bucket hat, and there he is. There he is, Randy Rainwater, sitting in my seat that I had occupied the previous 4 games at Bob Walker Stadium.
In all my
and I
years,
said, "Oh, it's okay."
In all my years of covering events like that, I have never seen such a puppy dog with such a whiny face and a whiny tone
Randy, guess what?
than
Guess
Josh.
what? You parachuted in for the win, didn't you?
It was sad.
Well, what happened?
It was
Well,
sad.
what ended up happening?
Oh,
Well, you know who didn't stay for the end of the weekend?
What did
Randy.
I do? I went down on my knees. I asked Josh for forgiveness, and I said, "Here's your chair, sir." And I went out
So you
there.
offered to give it back.
I went and sat. No, I went and
out
sat in the
there.
outfield.
If I would have had to go out in the outfield, out in Lake.
But you did. But you did. You kept the seat. And he went out the outfield, which was very nice of Josh because Josh didn't know you were coming in.
But also to Randy's credit, he did send me pictures of other seats that were open, and I came and eventually.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Randy did help me, and Randy's also legend, so he's earned the
Josh,
seat. I've got no problem giving up to
Josh,
Randy. I just had no idea Randy was there.
That was cool on your part to do that for the legend.
I mean,
his first pitch was 2:00. Josh got there at 2:01.
That's not true. Not true. Fake news, Randy. Fake news.
Yes. Somebody says here from the 870, do y'all need me to wake up Justin more today? I'm about to drive through Poland. We don't know. We haven't heard from Justin in 2 weeks. We don't know. Hopefully he'll be here at 7.
You got to let me know. Let me see. Who?
That's JM. All right, don't go away. 7:46.
Hey,
it's David Bazzel for my good friends at Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. The Lawson family has been designing in-ground custom pools since 1976, taking care of families and making memories that last a lifetime. Shane and Jeremy Lawson will walk you through the setup process and make your new purchase seamless. Luxury Pool and Spa carries Pentair pool equipment, automatic pool cleaners, accessories, and more. If you're unsure if your pool or spa water levels are correct, bring in a water sample, and the trained chemical professionals on their staff will ensure your levels are safe and correct. Luxury Pool and Spa carries Pool Life and Baquasil pool chemicals and Sorona and Frog Spa chemicals. They have hot tubs on the showroom floor by Fantasy, Hot Spring, and Caldera. Luxury Pool and Spa is an authorized dealer of Ledge Lounger and Polywood furniture, Adirondack chairs, sofas, sectionals, and top quality high-end outdoor furniture. Plus a great selection of PK grills and Big Green Eggs. Luxury Pool and Spa has everything needed to make your backyard your everyday oasis. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
I'm Kyler Sanson. Me being in the construction industry and having 2 young kids at home, health insurance is vital. I got a call saying that my plan was going to be canceled at the end of April. Got on the phone with Farm Bureau and I got in touch with an agent. Took me about 30 minutes, and then about 3 days later, I was approved. So with Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas, I'm saving close to $300 a month. You cannot find this plan anywhere else. Get after it and get it.
Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas. Trusted coverage, personalized plans, affordable premiums. Learn more at arfbhealthplans.com.
Fellas, don't live with fatigue and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy replacement at Low T Center. Take the test, get fast results, and start with TRT with Arkansas's leading experts in men's health. Now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app. Innovation in healthcare technology you won't find anywhere else. Fellas, get back to living your best life and do it with Low T Center. Download now or book an appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. Again, that's fixmylowt.com.
When second's making a play, short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, Steve Fisher in Stuttgart, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff today.
Hawks Homes are great for duck clubs, hunting clubs, classrooms, and if you need affordable housing, we have 5 bedrooms for under $110,000. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup underpinning, central heat, and air conditioning. If you have any land problems, no problem. They'll help you find some and help you get the utilities and prep and set up all in the loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the OAKLAWN Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. OAKLAWN Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
HR services should be simple, reliable, and stress-free. As payroll companies merge, the attention to your business can feel less personal and more complicated. At the Payroll Company, we are proudly independent, offering an employee hotline and dedicated payroll specialists who know your business. Get HR services done right, reliable and accessible every time. Because you deserve a payroll partner who puts you first. No mergers, just white glove service you can rely on to help you hire, manage, grow. The Payroll Company. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
This is Trey Reed from the Wild Side, inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me every Tuesday night at 7 here on The Buzz.
Brought to you by Trader Bill's Outdoors, West Rock Landing, Edwards Food Giant, Battery Outfitters, All About Tire and Brake, and Tammy Chase Insurance.
It's The Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios. OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Tyler from the shotgun gets the snap. Great time over the middle, deep down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Arkansas! The Razorbacks hit him again, and Arkansas hits Joe Adams for 40 yards and a touchdown.
Thank you, Roger. Roger Scott doing highlights of Arkansas games against Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. All those 4 schools will be here today, including their coaches, Steve Sarkisian of Texas, Kirby Smart of Georgia, Josh Heupel at Tennessee, and Hugh Freeze at Auburn. 661-1037 if you want to be a part of the show. I got Double R hanging out with us again. Roger, I was looking at, and of course, by the way, let me just say, back in studio, the OAKLAWN studio, we got our buddy and guy who's running the board, Roger Scott, along with producer Josh Neighbors, holding down the fort. Randy and I are hanging out together over at our Verbo. Trey is here at the Fancy Hotel because he's the elite media person from the Buzz.
You got that right. You don't see anytime you never mind.
Roger, did you notice here on the D3 Auto Sales text line, someone says, do I sense tension between Roger and Randy? Is he jealous of David traveling with Randy instead of Roger? It is normally Roger. It is normally me and you traveling. This is a little different having double up.
No. There's only one Roger Scott.
Thank you, Randy.
That is the legend. I would not want to take anything away from Rod just because I have just 1 second that I get to a day to talk to David because he has such a busy calendar.
That's right.
He's such a busy man. Yep. I walk around behind him trying to pick up all the pieces. It's just an honor. But no, I would not want to do anything that would disrupt that magic between Roger and David.
He was great.
What's that bulge in his pocket?
Roger was great.
That is the question. What is going on?
Roger was great yesterday. I was on drive time, and Roger called in as well. And
that was a highlight.
And Roger was doing the Morning Mayhem double R.
Trying to do that. Listen, it's like Justin singing a Kenny Rogers song in front of Kenny Rogers. It's like Josh trying to do play-by-play in front of Vin Scully, absolutely. Thank you, Randy. That's what they sort of do.
Yeah, you did, Roger. You didn't stay long in double R. You sort of jumped in.
Randy did what he did. He had Kramer hang up on me. Yeah. But I do want to point this out that I said it yesterday on the drive home that that Frank Fletcher hates onions with a passion. He's never named one of his horses Onion Rocket.
Right.
Never will. But he put onions on the largest salad bar in the state of Arkansas, for that matter, in the world, as far as I know, because one guy goes in there and likes onions, and he's with you right now, Randy Rainwater, who does I don't know what you do. There's 30 minutes that you do of a Fletcher, a spot that you do for him every day on the drive home. Makes everybody hungry. So you do such a great job.
Boy,
also, no show is tighter on their breaks than Randy's show. There have been times where I'll call in from Vince, and if my answer goes too long, they'll just hang up on me. I mean, there's no warning at all. They will just hang the phone up on you because you know what? They've got a hard schedule, and you have to respect that.
Hey, I will say this. We have a ton of sponsor segments. A ton over 4 hours. Yeah. Randy has to do live ad-libs 3 times an hour, basically. It is a lot, man. I'm thankful. I would like to do it just to take care of our sponsors, but is that Mark Henry? I think that's the wrestler Mark Henry, the pro wrestler.
I'm not going to go ask him.
He's lost a lot of weight. He's one of the strongest guys in the world. If that's him. Sorry, just walked by. I had to do that.
Okay.
Completely lost my train of thought there. Sorry, I looked up and I recognize that guy's face. A couple of things here. Someone said, "Who knew y'all are going to the Eastern Time Zone? Who knew that y'all going to the Eastern Time Zone would affect Baz so much?" It does a little bit. It throws me off.
Well, listen, in all honesty,
I'm a Central Time Zone guy.
You've been a workhorse. I mean, we've tried to do this thing. I mean, we're on the road, and Josh has got to come in and do things as well. That is not the norm. So we've done more this year, I think, than we have in previous spring and summers. And then you go right back down there and do that sort of thing. So you are a workhorse when it comes to those things. And again, you're not going to cheer yourself on, but I mean, I hope the listeners understand. I mean, they already love you. Who doesn't love you? Well, there's a couple people. But I mean, you do such a great job, and we're only doing it for one reason. Well, it is. The entire Signal Media team, we do it only to entertain and to inform and to have fun with our listeners. It's the easiest job in the world. I'm blessed to do it.
Someone says here, good old Dirk Bazzel for the win. Bo still knows 53. I guess you've seen the tweet that Trey Schapp has put out. That is a jersey of Bo Jackson in a picture, and I've got my fist up to him.
That's a Kansas City Royals jersey in the college football.
What did I say?
right?
Number 16.
What did I
Kansas
say?
City Royals.
What did I say?
Well, you said his jersey, but you mentioned it. I just wanted folks to know they put his baseball jersey in the College Football Hall of Fame. Which is cool.
Well, again, I don't know if it's actually in the college football. It's on display here, and they've also right behind it. You probably couldn't see it in the picture, Josh. It had Deion Sanders, which is
cool.
pretty cool.
Oh, I love that.
Pretty
That's awesome.
Yeah, two sport athletes, and you're talking about two of the greatest athletes to ever play professional sports, but both around each other. And there's actually a play, I don't know if you guys have seen it, where Deion has the angle on Bo, and Bo just sort of throws him off, and Deion talks about that. I mean, two elite athletes that played baseball, and matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Bo Jackson hit a home run in the All-Star game. I think when Ronald Reagan was on the call, we just stopped by the booth, Roger. I think Bo Jackson hit a home run while he was on the.
Is that what's the deal? Is it between him or Deion that hit a home run and got a touchdown in the same weekend or something like that? Isn't there something like that, or did I just make that up? Is that revisionist history?
Yeah, I think Deion may have done that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, what we got? What do you see, Randy?
I cannot believe Dave Van Horn actually posted something on Twitter.
He tweeted something about his draftees.
And he put graphics with it.
Now that. We'll talk about that when we come back.
What is going on, Dave?
And Rick Schaefer on the morning show.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't go away.
.1037 The Buzz.
You know how I am. You guys know how I am. I don't forget anything.
Crushing all the competition.
So you can take that to the bank.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Give the gift that keeps on giving. And I don't mean the Jelly of the Month Club. Hey guys, this is Dee Dee from Ava Bella Day Spa, and we're celebrating Christmas in July. 'Tis the season for membership pricing. You can get a $98 massage for $85. Plus, additional stocking stuffers like a VIP roll at Rock and Roll Sushi. Stop by Ava Bella Day Spa at 301 North Shackleford Road, Suite C3, or avabelladayspa.com. Merry Christmas in July.
World champion of what?
1037 The Buzz, your world champions of sports radio.
Don't get me wrong.
KABZ Little Rock.
In an update for you, Little Rock police say there were multiple shots fired calls near East Markham Street a little after 9 Saturday night. When officers tried to talk with a crowd of young people, some tried to run away. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries or deaths. The director of Arkansas Stop the Violence says no young person should be able to get their hands on a gun. Neighbors living downtown say the gunshots were a shocking escalation to what they've been seeing. 2 16-year-olds were arrested. We're told those teens said they had guns and tried to run away. Anyone under 18 within Little Rock is not allowed in entertainment districts or city parks between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Police say the shooting took place while the curfew was in effect. And that has Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. looking to extend that weekday curfew to the weekends for the rest of the summer. He plans to call on the City Board of Directors to approve an ordinance to that effect. I'm Sincere Tonsel with KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio Network.
The Zone Hotline on 1037 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drive Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
Folks, a lot of us are familiar with consistent pain. I've got it middle of my back, right side. It bothers me always about 2 miles into any walk or run. And if you're like me and you've got that consistent pain in your joints and your muscles, it's time to do something about it. Hey everybody, Josh Neighbors here for QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They've got cellular level treatments that help your body heal itself. Real results that let you move easier and live better. And you don't have to add extra meds to the pill box. You don't have to go under the knife for surgery and worry about that either. These are treatments that are helping people just like you get rid of pain just like yours. And it costs nothing for a second opinion. You get the luxury of having a licensed medical provider go over your x-ray or MRI results and see if you're a good fit for these groundbreaking treatments. Call QC Kinetics today at 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Little Rock. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors and openers of their choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Little Rock. Enter now at overheaddooroflittlerock.com. You can't win if you don't enter. Overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holton Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
With Whataburger's new Bigger Better Bundles, you can upgrade your favorite Whata meal into 2 meals. You can add a kid's Whata meal for $4 and take it home to your little you. Or you can add a double meat junior Whata meal for $5 and save it for later. For you. Or you can add a Whata Wings 9-piece for $6 and just enjoy that now. Yep, with Bigger Better Bundles, you can bring the kids along. Or give it to your Uncle Mo. Or stop by and surprise your coworkers. Upgrade your Whata meal with Bigger Better Bundles for a limited time. Only at What a Burger.
A salute to the land down under, and no, we're not talking Australia. We're talking the Little Rock Athletic Club and their Down Under Center, a 7,000-square-foot fitness wonderland made just for kids, and they will love it. The Little Rock Athletic Club, people will witness the fitness.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive your choice of a free 3,500 PSI pressure washer or inverter 2,200 watt generator. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry, supplies are limited and offer ends July 31st. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pond Street in Cabot, and find them on Facebook.
It's Justin Acree for CertaPro Painters, and I highly recommend the folks at CertaPro for your next project, whether it's for your home or your business. Interior or exterior, doesn't matter. They always go the extra mile. They painted the exterior of my home before, and what impressed me the most was the attention to detail. They notice a few boards that need minor repairs before they paint them. They will take care of that as well and save you headaches later on. Schedules fill up fast, so get on the schedule now at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate now at CertaPro.com.
First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Beechwood Hospitality, and Bet Saracen. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If I can change.
Live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios.
And you can change.
OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Everybody can change.
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, it's 7:06, rather, Central Time, 8:06 Eastern here at the College Football Hall of Fame where the SEC Media Days 2025 is being held. Your 4 teams today, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. Should be a interesting day. Obviously, 3 of those 4 had outstanding seasons last year, although the Razorbacks did knock off Tennessee at home. One of the nice wins there. Roger, today, I believe over in Hot Springs, our buddy Craig O'Neill is teaming up with Steve Qualls to do for the Camels Kids Foundation. Craig is going to be reading over there.
That's pretty cool.
The Man Who Didn't Like Animals. It's 10 a.m. at Hot Springs Park Magnet School, and then 11 o'clock, the corner of Marion Anderson and Airport Road behind First Security Bank.
Nice.
So that's a cool deal. So well done to both those guys.
Absolutely.
And thanks for helping kids for sure.
For sure.
Roger, before we go to Rick real quick, I wanted to mention yesterday was a productive day. I was telling Randy while I was listening to the coaches, I did secure a couple more speakers for the Touchdown Club.
Oh, really?
One was one of the wells. I had to get the details right. It made me a little nervous, and I locked it in. So definitely got one of the wells. And then we picked up somebody I think everybody's going to enjoy. Very well-respected person. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to give any hints, but I'm just going to say when we announce this person, they're just going to go, wow, much respect. I'm not going to say whether they're a coach or a player or administrator or broadcaster. I'm just going to say when we announce this person, we'll go, wow, much respect to that person because they'll appreciate the work this person puts in.
Any females this year yet?
Cannot say that, Roger. You're going to love, if I do bring in any females, you're going to love them. Let me just say that. So let
me ask you this. Do I need to stop me when I go through the miniature helmets that I need to purchase?
That's all he cares about, Randy. That's all he cares about.
No, you know what? You're right. It's come to the point that I won't do it.
Sandra, this is my old high school friend, Sandra.
What?
Sandra Golden, I love you so much.
Oh, my gosh.
She's here in Atlanta. I will see you in a little bit, yes.
High school friend. How about
she's
that?
She's been in Atlanta for the last 25 years, and she is, her name used to be, her real name
was
is
she
Sandra.
wearing scrubs?
No, her real name is Sandra Goldenberg, but she changed her name to Sandra Golden here in Atlanta. So there you go. She's been doing it. She's a newsreader for their sports show here for, like I said, 25 years. Great.
Wow, okay.
All right, let's bring in Rick Schaefer. He's doing double time too. Yesterday did his normal work on drive time, and now Randy,
you got to ask him that.
Yes,
You've got to ask Rick
let's
Schaefer
get
that.
Rick in, and we're going to throw this out there at him. That's great. Thanks, Randy. Go ahead, Roger.
Listen, mister.
Rick Schaefer on Morning Mayhem is brought to you by Edwards Food Giant. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people. The only stop you'll ever need to make your family's grocery needs.
Good morning, Rick.
Okay, David. So first of all, if Craig O'Neill reads that book, I hope there's a good ending to some guy that hates animals. Why would you read a book like that to kids unless it had a good ending where he loves animals at the end? That's not a good thing.
I bet you it does, Rick. So, Rick, great to have you on with us. I know you went to many a media days, although back when you were the SID, media days was a little different, right, back then than what it's probably become now, which is on steroids, 4 days long and a little bit different back in the day, right?
Well, it was and it wasn't. We would go to Birmingham then, or Hoover, I guess, and bring a coach and two players. So it was similar. You went into the interview rooms just like you do now. I think there was more, I don't want to say casualness to it. In other words, if your head coach, whether it was Danny Ford or Houston Nutt, who were the two coaches we had when Arkansas went into the SEC, whether it was either of those guys, somebody wanted to stop and ask them a question, they stopped and talked to them. I don't know if there's as much of that now. Now it's like, hey, hurry up, we got to get you. Yesterday, Randy's interviewing the guy who's the head of the college football playoff, and he's having a nice time, wants to stay, and then, no, you got to, come on, get him out of here. We got to go to what's next.
But let me ask you this, Rick. You were part of the era when there was no media day. The media would go from school to school. It was a traveling caravan of Wally Halls on a bus.
Yeah.
And it was the wild days back in those days, and before there was this kind of media day, which we see today.
Well, that was pretty much in the Southwest Conference, not the SEC. I think. Right. I'm thinking even when Arkansas went in the SEC, there were still a few. If you remember the quarterback at Alabama named Scott Hunter.
Yeah,
he was in the great duel with Archie Manning in that 1969 game that was like 33-32. Well, Scott Hunter went into TV, I think in Huntsville, Alabama. Well, he did that. He went to all the SEC schools. George Lapidus, who was with the Memphis Press Center and also did radio, would do that also. He went to all the schools, and he would talk to people. And really, I think something's lost by not doing that. I would guess that if you asked Kyle Parkinson, the football SID at Arkansas, how many media members from other SEC areas that he really knows very well, he'd probably say hardly any.
Right.
That's why it was so amazing, the tribute that Bob Holt got yesterday, because Bob Holt was one of those few media people today that everybody in the SEC knew. And it obviously is because he was always asking questions no matter who the coach was. And so that was part of it. But there aren't many like him right now. Basically, if you cover Alabama, everybody in Alabama knows you, but I don't know if anybody in Arkansas knows who you are, or in Louisiana or Florida. And I think that's a lost, something that's really been lost in college athletics.
Agree, 100%. A couple other things, Rick. Understand, yesterday you made a wager, and you
not a wager.
Not a wager. You made a prediction.
Yes.
And,
I did. What was it?
And you are incorrect. You said that Cal Raleigh would not.
Oh, I
win.
did. I did. I never thought he would win because usually the guy that goes in with the most home runs doesn't.
Right.
He's also the first catcher that's ever won.
How?
It's
Did you know that?
I think that people who listen to our show know that I've usually got the MLB network on silence even when we're on the show. Randy may have ESPN on. I don't know what he's got on that TV that seems to be broken down all the time.
Stroke
but anyway,
TV.
Yeah, whatever it is. But and during the commercials, sometimes I'll turn the volume up and listen, and they were talking about the fact that he's got 38 home runs, and then he's a catcher, and the demands of catching. And they were talking to Bobby Witt Jr. at the time, and they say, you crouch down to get ready before the ball's hit. A catcher is crouched down all the time, and up and down and up and down and up and down, and the wear and tear on a catcher's body is amazing. So for a guy like that, now he's younger, what is he, 26, 27 years old, but to hit 38 home runs and then to go out and win the home run derby is pretty
unbelievable.
Amazing. No, it's believable.
It's just unbelievable.
I saw some of it last night. I did. And I also predicted that O'Neal Cruz would be the guy that would be awe-inspiring, and he did hit one that they think was 500 feet.
511 or 513.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Josh?
Yeah, 513, I think it was. But he has astonishing power.
Now this is a crazy stat that I've been talking about this Cal Raleigh guy for the last month because I've just watched his home run total be really eye-opening to the point of makes me wonder if everything's legit, which it may be. But Randy just gave this to me, Rick. Cal Raleigh becomes the first former Arkansas Traveler player to reach the home run derby finals as Julio Rodriguez did in 2022. He's a Traveler. Who knew?
I was going to ask you. Well, you should have known that they're Seattle's farm club.
Yeah.
And I was just about to ask if any of you guys ever saw him when he's in.
No, I've never heard of the guy until the last month. I'm going to tell you, I never heard about Cal Raleigh.
Well, he was good before this year.
I don't know. I don't follow Seattle Mariners.
And who does? Because they're out there on the West Coast.
Right,
you probably didn't know how many good pitchers they have.
I wonder how he did. I wonder how he did in Little Rock. I wonder if he had a good time in Little Rock. Good year.
Well, he had to move on.
Well, you presume
I don't know
so.
if he had a good time.
I'm talking about good time. Man.
You have to watch what you say.
But
you also have to catch him when he messes
Roger,
up.
make sure and buzz Rick every once in a while you're there, man. Come on.
I mess up a lot.
I think that is fascinating that's the case. Today, Rick, we have Kevin Trainer. He's coming on about 8:30. I'm looking forward.
It's 8:30 now. It was 8 o'clock yesterday.
He called me.
He's
this
on
morning.
Eastern time.
He called me
Rick.
this morning and said he said the timing because I told him I said that's Kevin.
He's got to be.
That's right.
9 o'clock. It's the first time.
He's in the. It's 8:30 Central. He's in the middle of having to do all of his work over here, and I said, "Can you do it?" He said, "Yeah, I can do it." But then he got a little mixed up on his time yesterday, so we're going to do 8:30. We'll move Chuck Gatlin to 8:05. So looking forward to having him there.
I'm going to tune back in again here.
I'm anxious to hear him too. The one thing I want to bring up we've got today: Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, and Auburn. I said this. Is it clear for you, Rick, if you had to pick one of those to beat right now, you would pick Texas? I said Georgia. just because Georgia has dominated us since we started playing them. I think 12-4 is what if you throw in the SEC championship game, I think it's 13-4. Texas, you always love to beat Texas. That goes back, in the 1800s. What about you? What do you say of those 4 teams? Which one would you like to have a win against?
Well, Arkansas hasn't played Georgia this year, so I guess Texas.
Just in general.
To me, Texas. You always want to beat Texas. Yeah, beating Georgia's nice. Beating Tennessee last year was great. You always want to beat Texas.
But we have actually, I mentioned earlier, Rick, we are 5-3 in the last 8 games against Texas.
Right. Well, let's make it 6-3, and then 7-3, and then 8-3, and then 10-3, and then 12-3.
We have had some success against Texas, never against Georgia. We've won 2 games in the last 25 years.
Yeah, Arkansas. Hey, the first 2 times they played Georgia, they beat them. They beat them in the Sugar Bowl. January 1st of 1969, Georgia was ranked 4th in the country, 8-0-2. Arkansas beat them 16-2.
Yep.
And then they beat them in the Cotton Bowl.
1976.
Coach Burrell's last bowl game. Beat them after trailing 10-0. Beat them 31-10.
And since that time, since 1976, we've won twice.
I get it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I'd still rather beat Texas.
They have.
Wouldn't you? Come on, David. You played against Texas. You were in the Southwest Conference. You'd rather beat Georgia than Texas?
I'm saying right now, to me, beating Georgia would be of course, now Texas is back now. They haven't been back until the last 2 years.
Number 1 in all the preseason polls.
Right.
Wouldn't you rather beat them?
But if you look, I'm just tired of losing to Georgia.
I don't understand it either, Rick. They've got a caller
You're tired
of
losing to Georgia. Wait,
yes.
How often does Arkansas play Georgia?
Right. I'm just talking about when we do play them. It's almost like Missouri. I would almost rather take a win against Missouri than a win over Texas right now. Let me beat Missouri.
The ghost of Frank Broyles is on the phone.
I don't know who you are.
I don't, Baz.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How can you not beat Missouri but one time in the last decade?
I get it. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Here's the reason. David Bazzel, I guess, worked on helping for a trophy for the Missouri game. There's no trophy for the Texas game.
Nothing to do
That's
with
why
it,
he wants to beat Missouri. Is there a trophy for the Georgia game? Is that why you want to beat them?
No. Georgia has dominated us. You know what I'll never forget too? It was either Florida or Georgia in the SEC championship game, and I remember, I think it was Coach Horton. It might have been. I'll never forget. And he turned back and looked towards some of us standing there, and he knew, hey, we're not going to be able to keep up with these dudes. And although, listen, there was an exciting win for Bobby Petrino in Athens. That was a fun win.
Oh, yeah, remember?
And the other one was
near the end of the game, yeah.
That's right, 31-24. And the other one was back in 1993.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, Barry Lunny hit J.J. Metters with a quick slant over the middle, ran about 70 yards for a touchdown.
Who was the coach then for Arkansas? Would that have been
Danny Ford.
Okay, because they fired Crow the previous year, 92.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Think about that. So since 1976, we've only beaten them twice. And I'll tell you the other thing, Rick, which is pretty exciting, is to look how the success of Arkansas against Tennessee lately. I mean, we have beaten them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times out of the last 6 times we played them. I mean, that's impressive.
Let's make it 6 out of 7 this year.
Yeah, that was a big win this year against Tennessee in Fayetteville. I can't remember
That's the
what
biggest win of the year.
It was. I can't remember what the line was on that game, but it was an outstanding win for Arkansas. 661-1037 if you want to be
By
a
the
part
way,
of
can I just share something with you real quickly?
Yes.
Cal Riley in 2022 hit 27 home runs. In 2023, he hit 30 home runs, and last year he hit 34. So he's making progression. So to say this is something unusual, it's not.
Rick,
and he's 28 years old, so he's nearing his
Tell
peak.
him, Rick.
Rick.
What?
You just gave the stat of an entire season. He has done this in a half of season.
Right.
Something that there's only one guy that's done it, Barry Bonds.
Well, let me say that. Okay, last year, Gunnar Henderson, one of my current favorite players, he's a shortstop for the Orioles, he had, I think, 29 home runs at the All-Star break.
Which is outstanding.
He had 8 more all year.
That's right.
That's the one thing about participating in the home run derby. Sometimes it screws up your swing.
It does.
And so Cal Riley may have 38 home runs. He may finish with 48.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I will say Chris Davis did have, I think, 37 back in 2013. All I'm making – I'm just
the next
making
year
the
he
point.
couldn't hit a flea with a bat.
I'm just making the point it is so extraordinary. The only reason I pay attention to this, Rick,
well, what about what's wrong with being extraordinary? We see it all the time, don't we?
No, we don't see it all the time.
You're
That's
criticizing excellence?
No,
you say there must be something wrong with it?
No, I'm just saying it makes you draw your attention to that because when something – the last time we've seen that was a guy by the name of who hit 74 home runs.
But there was a massive physical difference for him.
What?
I mean, he looked a lot different. Cal Riley looks about the same that he's always looked.
Cal Riley, he is.
I'm just telling you. I'm just making the point. You guys are offended that I'm bringing up.
No, I would be offended if I was him. You're implying that he's cheating.
I'm not
that's
implying.
right.
I'm just saying.
No, you were. You said there must be something fishy about it.
You implied that something nefarious was going on.
David, hey, Rogers said there's only 2 people that dislike you. You're increasing the numbers here.
No,
be careful.
All I said is it makes you. I made the point. If you guys can't accept the fact that number is so extraordinary that it makes you wonder.
Great.
I'm not saying. Listen, he may be completely fine. I'm just saying it gives you that pause to go. Wait a minute. What he's doing is so extraordinary. Yeah. I'm just telling you. Listen, he may never hit another home run again. I'm just saying what he did was one of the most unique things in the history of the game. To hit 38 home runs.
That's right.
It is. I'm just so
would
don't
you
get
say
that because I'm pointing it out.
David, would you say that Shohei Ohtani is extraordinary?
No question.
Would you say Aaron Judge is extraordinary?
No question.
Is it okay to have more than 2 guys that are extraordinary?
But there's been a consistency where this guy's done something that's not.
He hit 34 last year
for a whole season, Rick.
That's right.
He's hit more in a half a season than he did an entire season.
Well, it's not half a season. They played almost 100 games.
Well, I'm just saying though, at the All-Star break, it's just really. I mean, you don't see that again. It's the highest number since Barry Bonds, and he's right by Barry. I mean, yeah. So that's all I'm saying.
He looks nothing like the physical transformation that Barry Bonds went through.
You don't have
David,
to, Josh. You don't have to always see a transition. It always doesn't equate to.
Cal Raleigh's head
you
is
don't know
bigger
anything about
next year.
steroids, Josh. So it's you don't know what you're talking about there, Josh. You don't.
All right, fine.
Just because he doesn't look like he takes steroids, there's a lot.
I totally agree with you.
Clemens,
you're implying that this is
I didn't imply anything.
Something nefarious.
No, I didn't imply.
And your evidence is somebody who used
the evidence is a fact.
The
evidence is the fact he's done something historic, John.
Man, can I go back to bed?
The evidence is the fact that he's done something so rare. We have not. Listen,
and it's
if you don't want to acknowledge that what he did is so extraordinary, I'm just bringing up the point. I'm not saying he's taking drugs. I'm just saying the last person who did it was taking drugs that got to that
point.
Right.
But you want to know something that's extraordinary?
Raleigh's not going through that.
Would you like to know something that's extraordinary?
What's that?
Jacob Misiorowski is at the All-Star game after pitching in 5 games for the Milwaukee Brewers. Do you think he's on drugs? Do you think he's doing something wrong? He throws 101 miles an hour. That's his average. That's what he throws just about all the time. And we're seeing more and more of that. So, and here's the other thing is, Raleigh is doing this in an era where the average fastball is faster than ever. It's well over 95 miles an hour. Well, guess what? When they throw it in at 95 and you hit it, it goes out. So he knows how to hit a fastball. He knows how to hit all the other things. But, yeah, how about Jacob Misiorowski? 5 games in the major leagues, and it's his All-Star game. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
On our D3 Auto Says text line, I get it, Baz. I totally agree. I would take an L against Texas to beat Missouri. So I'm not the only one out there who's sick of losing to Missouri at the expense.
I know, it's sickening.
Just because we beat Texas enough to do that.
I get it. I hate losing to Missouri.
Someone said too. I heard something in the same talk about Raleigh. The bat, the new bat size. They're the new bat. What do they call those bats that are shaped differently?
The halo bat.
Someone said last night that he had been using that bat all year. Maybe that is a real. I don't know.
Torpedo bat?
Yeah.
Torpedo bat. But early in the year with the Yankees hit all those home runs with torpedo bats, and then it just disappeared. No, there's hardly been anything about it after the first week of the season. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
Let's see here, 661-1037. Somebody says it slipped Baz a double shot. Who slipped Baz a double shot of espresso? I'm just defending myself. That's all.
Hey,
listen, don't get mad at me. I'm just making a point. I'm just observing, making an observation.
You got more energy because basically it's 8:30 there, so you got an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah, Rick,
right?
I do want to thank Edwards Food Giant for sponsoring Rick. Rick, I did go. There's no Edwards Food Giant here in Atlanta, but I did go to a Publix. And I did shop for me and Randy, and we've got Randy said, "Hey," I said, "What do you like? What kind of meat do you like?" He said, "I like ham," and I said, "What's your condiment?" He said, "I like mustard." So we've been going back to our Verbo and having sandwiches made with potato chips.
You know what Randy really likes? He really likes hot dogs at Truist Field. And so I think if you could get him a hot dog at Truist on Friday night when the Yankees play the Braves, I think that would be probably the nicest thing you could do.
Rick's trying to get you to stay over, Randy, to a Braves game.
I've heard it now for
a
week.
The last thing we got to go, Randy, because we got Rick, because we got John Daly coming up.
I know. Okay.
I was asking. So the original Fulton County Stadium they tore down, but they kept the one after that because is Georgia State using that now?
I don't know. Really? Wow, what a ballpark for Georgia State.
Field.
Oh, do they really? I liked Turner Field. And now I haven't been to Truist. I'm told it is fabulous, but I like Turner Field, and it's interesting that like the Kansas City Royals are playing out in the outskirts of the city, and their new owner wants to put them downtown. The Braves were downtown and moved to the outer city, so I don't know if that tells you which one's better or not, but I liked Turner Field. I thought it was a heck of a good place.
What was funny, I was at the Publix getting Randy and I food, and I looked over there and I realized that was the Brave Stadium, and it looked like it was Georgia State that was using that. So I thought that was better than 10 because they didn't really have that stadium very long here in Atlanta.
20 years.
Hey, listen, we all miss Fulton County Stadium and old Chief Nakahoma.
I've been there many times too.
Chief Nakahoma with the smoke coming out of the TP. Oh my Lord, can't do that today. No way.
It's Center Park Stadium now. That's the name of it, and that is where the Georgia State Panthers play their home football games. It also was once Turner Field.
Gotcha.
How about that? Good history lesson. I'm turning back at 8:30 to listen to you talk to Kevin.
Awesome, Rick. All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Thanks for Edwards Food Giant. Appreciate you, man.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All
Great
right,
to have Randy on there. Good job having Randy on.
I think Randy's got to take a nap up in Trey's room here at some point. All right, do not go away. John Daly up next.
Everyone should see neon lights and the pretty, pretty girls all dressed so scantily. When they play their music, that hard rock music, they back it with a lot of flash, but it's still that same old backbeat rhythm that really, really kicks them in the. They say the hard rock and roll is still beating, and from what I see.
The Red White Report is brought to you daily on The Zone by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
This is Sports Center.
It's day number 2 of SEC Media Days, live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. On day number 1, we saw LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt hit the podium. Today, the big guns come out. It's Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, and Auburn hitting the podium. You can catch coverage all day here on 103.7 The Buzz with David Bazzel, Randy Rainwater, and Trey Schapp. Want to thank all of our sponsors, First Security Bank, Bet Saracen, Kaufman Lumber, UAMS Ortho, and Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels for sponsoring 2025 SEC Media Days coverage. Also last night, Cal Raleigh, the home run leader in Major League Baseball, wins the Home Run Derby. He's the second Mariner to ever do it. Another one, Ken Griffey Jr. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Big day Tuesday on Out of Bounds. We'll start the show off with Phil Steele from Phil Steele Magazine. He joins us at 1:06 right when we get started. Plus, Paul Martin. He is the executive producer of the new Netflix SEC story Any Given Saturday. He joins us at 2:05. Plus, we have Coach Z, and we'll head live to SEC Media Days to check in with the guys. Big show Tuesday on Out of Bounds.
Old number 53 here, and back in my day, I was fortunate to be around some great teams, along with some great teammates. And even now, all these years later, I'm also grateful to be a part of a great team here at 103.7 The Buzz. But you know another great team that I've come to appreciate over the years? It's the team over at Edwards Food Giant, and there are 11 stores located all over the metropolitan area, including their Edwards Cash Saver stores. And let me tell you this, if you haven't been to the newest Edwards Food Giant in North Little Rock in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center, you really need to stop by there. This store is truly the most beautiful grocery store that I've ever been inside of. The layout with their used selection and inventory, including their deli and salad bars, is the best. Of course, their meat department at Edwards will truly blow you away, too. That newest Edwards store has everything from heat and eat, meal solutions, weekly specials, to a giant wine department, to their dry-aged beef that's been temperature and humidity controlled for 28 days in their cooler, resulting in a steak that's tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. So see for yourself why the team at Edwards Food Giant is now Central Arkansas's favorite place to shop.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Allison Greenwood. I live in Pulaski County. I got a notice from my insurance carrier saying that my premium was going up to over $1,000 a month. My insurance agent called me and said, "Hey, Farm Bureau has a new product." I said, "Well, tell me more." In less than 24 hours, I was signed up with the Farm Bureau health plan, saving over $500 a month, and I was a happy girl.
Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas. Learn more at arfbhealthplans.com.
Always make sure to say please and thank you. Morning Mayhem is back on the air, live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios. OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Here at SEC Media Days, Roger Scott running the board back in the studio. Josh Neighbors producing. I do not know if we have John Daly.
Not yet.
We
not yet.
do not have
we
John.
don't. Have you contacted him?
I did. I sent him a text, but have not heard back.
Okay.
Hey, listen, sort of like with Pat, I will give John credit. As much as John travels,
right.
do want to thank Moe's, by the way, for sponsoring John. He's pretty consistent.
Welcome to Moe's.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. He's pretty consistent at
Pat called us at 9:16 yesterday, which we've never had Pat on like 10 minutes into a segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And Pat's like, "All right, time for me to rock and roll," and I'm like, "Call back."
Do want to thank Brandon LeCue over at Moe's. And,
by the way, Randy's gone?
Yeah, Randy had to step away for a second, and then Sandy. Who helps with all this catering. Kinko's Construction won the catering the other day. Brian Strickland, who's a avid listener, faithful listener of our station and our show. Roger, I got a chance. You could not be you couldn't go by there last. I guess it was Thursday. I can't remember what day.
Friday.
Thursday or Friday. Yeah. And but he got a chance to visit with all those folks. And
That's
cool. I said, listen, I know you all don't listen to us. I said, but we appreciate the ones of you who do. And a couple. One lady said, "I don't." But my husband does. I said, that will work. And so, but a lot of the guys in there do. And listen.
Did you say something like, "Well, you worry your pretty little head about sports"? Will did.
No, it's listen. One of the things in Arkansas I talked about is that we really have some amazing construction companies, and especially in Central Arkansas, it's really amazing if you look at something. That's what we were talking about. But Kinko Construction, I remember the founder of that, or the president. He's passed away now, and they've done a ton of work up at U of A. I think they did Baum Stadium.
Right.
I think they did some stuff on the football field. They just done a lot of stuff, and it's very competitive. All these construction companies all bid on the same jobs. They all know.
I know.
They all know each other. William Clark, I know them, and Sinis.
Who's the Razorback with that owns a company down in Hot Springs with his dad? He played for Nut.
You're talking about, excavation, Garrett Excavation.
Oh, that was excavation.
Brent
Okay,
Garrett,
my bad.
yeah.
They moved the earth. They moved the dirt or what it is. It was easy to find Kinko's, wasn't it?
Not difficult at all.
No, right to either go right and go to Torpedo Joe's or go left and and you can do that right there. We did get a message from someone thanking you for coming out and thanking Moe's.
Yeah,
yesterday.
they were very nice. I appreciate Moe's doing that.
Absolutely.
D3 Auto Sales text line says, y'all lay off Baz. I want to beat Georgia too, and Texas, and Bama, and Missouri. Listen, I know we will all want to beat Texas. I do too. I always want to beat Texas, but we've sort of done that. I was like, can we beat some other people? Can we beat Missouri for once in a decade? Can we beat A&M more than we?
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, that's all
I
I'm just
understand
sort of
completely.
saying.
Yeah. And I get that. It just seems to me, what was the big game that the Razorbacks played in Georgia since I've been here?
What's that?
In Georgia or against Georgia?
Was it? I mean, did we ever play them in a conference championship game?
Yeah, we did. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
When was that?
30. They beat us 30-3.
Yeah. Where was that?
That was in Atlanta.
I mean, when? What year?
That was. Let's see here. The year was.
Was I here or was I at Magic?
30-3. It was. I think it was 2000. Let's see where it's at. I did not put that.
How long have I been here? How long have I been here?
I want to. It was Houston's year, if memory serves me. I'm pretty sure it was a Houston Nut team, so I think it was in the early 2000s.
2006.
So 2006. Okay, that's 19 years ago.
Yeah, how about
that?
So
I was still at I think Tommy and I were still at Magic at that time.
No. Tommy and I started over here 2000.
Well, then where was I?
So
where was I?
All right, so since 2000.
Yeah.
Okay. They've played, 95, Florida beat them 34-3.
Yep.
And then in 2002, Georgia beat them 30-3.
And then the Florida close
and then
game.
2006.
In 2002.
Yep, 30-3. Georgia.
Okay, that's 23
Arkansas.
years ago.
Yep.
Okay, Baz, were you guys together 23 years ago at that game?
No, we started in 2004.
That's what I'm saying. So I was with. So it was at Magic.
Y'all were together for that one.
Yeah, at Magic. Okay, very good, very good. And we had high hopes, and it never was close. Our buddy Randy, who owned a Randy Sitco right off of that first Jacksonville exit. I can't even remember what. I think it starts with an R. I can't even remember where the softball fields are. Wow.
Someone says no. 2006 was the Florida game, Florida-Arkansas
Florida
game that was so
38,
close.
Arkansas 28.
That was a great game. We had a chance to win that game, McFadden. So what did you say the Georgia game was again? The Florida game was
2002. Number 4 Georgia beats number 22 Arkansas 30-3.
So we remember there've been 3 trips to Atlanta for the SEC championship. Houston Nutt had 2 of them. Danny Ford had 1. And the one was the one, Roger, we were talking the other day about Madre Hill.
Yeah.
That the controversy did he put him back in when he was injured. That was
right.
But we have not listened. The game against Urban Meyer in Florida, we had a chance to win.
Yeah.
When he came to speak to the touchdown club, he talked about the fake fourth down fake punt that they ran that turned the game. Not only did it turn the game in their direction because it led to the Reggie Fish fumble. It ended up winning the national. They ended up winning the national championship that year. Someone says Baz says take it from someone who's done steroids before.
What?
He's on them. No, I didn't say that. But listen, my friend, I've been around them more than you have probably. So I'm just saying.
Who
I've
was
been
that
around.
lady?
I've been around. Someone says once again, crybaby Baz gets offended when people disagree with him. No,
Yeah.
I don't get offended.
No,
But don't say that I'm accusing him of steroids. I'm not. I'm just saying. If you look at the information in the history of that kind of performance, it makes you wonder.
Listen, it's
I'm not
one
saying
of
he did or
those
not.
things. Listen, I don't have to defend you. You don't need me to defend you. But it's one of those things, and I understand what you're saying. It's only because of a pattern of what we've seen in sports. It's the only thing. Now, we haven't seen his head getting large or anything like that, but it's like at a bank. You start taking out, or the gambling issue that came up a few weeks ago. Somebody started noticing some more play on a certain team and that sort of thing. And because of past history, it makes us look. It's like profiling and things like that. And if he's not, I'm sure you'll come out and go, hey, mea culpa here. It's okay.
I have no idea. I hope he's not. He's been
And I
drug
know
tested.
you,
Maybe he's a freak show. But
And you're not on steroids. You've never been. You're all natural, damn it. I've seen
Josh,
you. I've watched you sleep.
You can look at Rodriguez. You can look at Roger Clemens. It doesn't always equate to seeing a change in your physical structure.
I know.
Yeah. So
But the inference, Baz, is that that's going on.
Yeah, I fully understand how the modern medicine impacts different athletes. Much of it now.
I understand how modern medicine impacts different athletes.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I've been wanting to get one of those out as fast as Hickory did. That's the only thing I could do, and I'll never repeat it again. No.
Okay, so point, like, I understand how it impacts. Andy Pettit did not get big. Andy Pettit used it. Andy. Randy, you're a Yankees fan, yes? Is his headset on?
He doesn't have his headset on.
Yeah, he
Well, I
doesn't.
believe
Why would he have his headset on?
He's top. He's doing show prep.
So Andy Pettit, when he used steroids, he used them for recovery, right? That's what a lot of guys use what we would call quote-unquote steroids for, for recovery.
For sure.
That does not always make your body massive and your head big and your you-know-what small.
Right.
So I understand it works that way. I just think we've seen so many guys make hitting adjustments. We've seen so many changes to the ball. We've seen so many changes to the bat that we see guys make adjustments, their numbers explode. Maybe not to this extent, but I feel like the implication that he is using something is not fair because we see numbers jump up and down all the time.
But we've never
Chris
seen
Davis
this.
being the number one example of that.
And I'm the one who brought that up, and so that's what I'm saying.
I understand. I just think it's
not
unfair. I'm not saying you're calling him the biggest cheat in the world. I just thought what you were implying was a bit unfair, and that's fine. We can differ on that.
Yes, you certainly can look because that's when the last time that was done to that degree, and you look
Totally
at his past.
fair.
You look at his past
I don't think
history.
it's fair to. Yes, the last example of it was, but also that was an era where when guys were cheating like that, massive physical changes were observed.
Yeah, and again, the deal he's the past season 34 the entire year. He's hit 38 already by it just really eye opening. So hey, listen, great, congratulations to the guy.
Absolutely,
very happy for him, and he won the home run derby last night as well.
D3 Auto Sales text line, Baz. I think you've mentioned this before, but I don't know if you've ever broken it down. Gary in Sherwood asked, who was the strongest Razorback you have ever seen? I don't know if that's listen, I think Joe Klein has made me think one of the strongest dudes that he ever saw was Alvin Robertson, the way he picked up dudes and just natural strong and all that. But who do you say is the strongest you've ever seen? That could be back before your days, or before you played and you were up there.
You talking about football or any athlete?
Football.
Oh, it was Steve Court who was on the juice.
Right, he was on the juice. Who was not on the juice besides
Steve
you?
Court,
yeah,
unquestionably.
I remember Steve Court, absolutely.
The strongest guy that
he was almost like the Mike Webster of the Razorbacks. That's who I thought of a lot of times.
I tell you, we had some guys like. Do you remember Donut? He was undersized. Richard Richardson. He was a guy that could probably bench press 405 somewhere around there. Donut, that's it. Donut.
Yeah.
And he had never taken any steroids. He just was farm boy strong. And we saw some of those guys. You can tell the guy. There's a difference when you listen. Half the guys on my defense, they were taking steroids.
Sure.
And I was tempted to.
And that was for one thing, and that was to enhance. That wasn't recovery.
Two freaks I remember: William Mills, former basketball player,
right?
Richardson.
And I went brain dead on the other one, just right. Oh, Carlos Hall.
Yeah, he was just a strong, natural guy.
A freak.
I tell you who reminds me of him. Who was the guy who plays for Carolina? He used to play for Carolina, played basketball and football.
Julius Peppers?
Yeah, Julius Peppers.
Boom!
That's a guy.
Peppers, bingo.
Yeah, that's a guy that probably
you're
did not
talking
take
about body style
probably did not take
everything.
steroids, but he was just a freak. I mean,
Bo
Jackson,
like Chris Jones, kind of that.
How about
Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, guys like that.
Freak clown.
Yeah, so there are guys out there that you look at, and I remember another one, Roger. Do you guys remember Jesse Clark? Was a fullback.
Absolutely.
He looked like he might have been a guy that was juicing, but I was around him enough to know he was just one of those freak show guys. Now listen, Steve Court lays down on that bench and he bench presses 505 times. You know it ain't natural. And he looks different than everybody else. And it was a freak. Oh my gosh, yeah. And he admitted it. He came out later when he was with the Saints and said that. I mean. That was a time when everybody was taking it, and back then it was like just don't ask. Lou didn't want to ask. Let's just not ask, and then drug testing started happening. So,
but you were right. Whoever mentioned a second ago, just freaky in his own way, though. I mean, that's just some of these athletes are just freaky.
Yeah. Well,
Alvin Robertson.
Yeah.
Was Oliver Miller a powerful guy? Was he?
Not really.
He's big. He's a big dude, right?
He was just big.
Yeah, he was just big, long arm.
Long reach,
long reach. Well, I'll go back to Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, when he came out of his mother's belly, he was gifted. And that's not to say he didn't work hard, because he did.
We all had a guy like that growing up. I mean, I went to school with a guy, David Wynn. He was just naturally white dude, though, just naturally female or male chicken strong is what he was. I mean, there was that and a couple of other dudes that I went to school with, they're just natural like that. They didn't have to, and they were big dudes. David Rose, another one, but he was a big guy, big kid.
Yeah, it is fun to watch the guys who are just farm boy strong. But I remember,
farm boy strong. Thank you.
Let's take the break. But as we take the break, I remember vividly, Randy and Raj and Josh, that there was a time when I'm looking around and all the guys around me are juicing,
right?
And they're getting stronger than me. And I thought, no, not going to do it. I'm going to try to be as strong. And I was the third strongest guy on the team when it came to power clean, which was the athletic lift.
So throughout your college career, let alone high school career, your college career, you were a virgin.
Well, yes. Yes.
I mean, it's got other meanings.
Yes, it's of course, if I look back and did it, I think I might have went ahead and done it at the time. But I knew if I tried it one time, we knew you were on the juice.
Of course.
We knew you were on the juice the whole time.
Of course.
My luck.
You can't eat, absolutely.
It was against the law back then.
That's right.
It'd be illegally obtained.
And now look at it. There's nothing that's against the law. Nothing.
All right, coming up, we're going to have Kevin Trainer on the show at 8:30. Chuck Gatlin maybe at 8 to say what's going on at the Buzz. And then Mr. SEC, Tony Barnhart, a guy who knows a ton about this conference. That's in the 9 o'clock hour. So don't go away. We're live here in Atlanta.
Hey, Wilson, why the long face?
Man, I just got a new car.
But that's great news.
Man, I'm not crazy about the interest rate, though, Raj.
Wilson, listen to me. Go to Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union and take advantage of their summer auto loan special. Rates as low as 1.99% on 23, 24, and 25-year models, plus financing up to 84 months and no payments for 90 days.
But if I live in Little Rock, am I eligible?
Do you not even listen to our show?
I try.
If you live, work, or worship in 15 Central Arkansas counties, you're eligible to take advantage of everything Alcoa Community FCU has to offer.
Okay, so if I live in Little Rock, I'm eligible, right? How about if I work in Conway, live in Lone Oak, worship in Clinton, and attend school in Arkadelphia?
Now you're screwing with me. It's all good, my man. Alcoa is all over Central Arkansas. So go to alcoacommunityfcu.org, check your eligibility, and then take advantage of their summer auto loan special with rates as low as 1.99%. I've just changed your life. What else can I do for you?
You're going to help move furniture this weekend, right?
Get out of my office.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Lost in the business jungle? From new or solo proprietors to established multi-owner companies, don't monkey around with your business. There's nothing better than Lion Guidance. For exceptional communication and exceptional results, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Hi, folks. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood. I've got some good news and I've got some great news. The good news is Employee Pricing Plus continues through July. Employee pricing means you pay what we pay and you get all the rebates. The great news is the biggest discounts of the year on every new vehicle in stock. Buy today and make no payments for up to 90 days and take advantage of our available sales tax paid. Up to $14,000 off all new Ram Laramie half-tons. Up to $7,000 off the all-new Jeep Wrangler. And up to $8,000 off the all-new Jeep Gladiator. And you can get the new Jeep Compass for only $399 a month with no payments for 90 days. Also, don't worry about your credit. If you've had credit problems in the past, go to FletcherCredit.com to get pre-qualified in minutes. Then come in, pick out your new car. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge in Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Join Justin and DJ on location with The Zone at Bath Makeover of Arkansas this Wednesday. Turn your outdated bathroom into a room you're proud to show off with Bath Makeover of Arkansas. Find them online at bathmakeoverar.com.
It's high-flying and hard-hitting action in Hot Springs Saturday night at OAKLAWN's Arena League Field at Bank OZK Arena. Arena football featuring your Hot Springs Wise Guys battling the Kansas City Goats. It's all indoors at OAKLAWN's Arena League Field at Bank OZK Arena Saturday night at 8. Tickets available online only at HotSpringsWiseGuys.com. That's HotSpringsWiseGuys.com. Don't miss the action Saturday at 8 as your Hot Springs Wise Guys take on the Kansas City Goats.
For all you parents and grandparents, I have huge news for you. Summerwood Sports, the state-of-the-art sports complex located right off Highway 5 in Bryant, is now offering 2 summer camps for grades 3 through 7 this summer. Campers will not only get to participate in sports, games, movies, and more, but will also receive lunch along with a daily devotional each day. Camps run June 9th through the 12th and July 14th through the 17th. So don't wait. Sign up today. For more details, click on summerwoodsports.com.
This is Trey Reed from the Wild Side, inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me every Tuesday night at 7 here on The Buzz.
Brought to you by Trader Bill's Outdoors, West Rock Landing, Edwards Food Giant, Battery Outfitters, All About Tire and Brake, and Tammy Chase Insurance.
It's The Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio, live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios. OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Beechwood Hospitality, and Bet Saracen.
The 8-yard line. Play action. Rolling out. Matt Jones looking downfield. Got a receiver wide open at the 35. At midfield. At the Tennessee 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Arkansas! Oh, my! Richard Smith, 92 yards, and the Hogs are within a point of tying the football game with 3.5 minutes left to play in the game.
Wow, what a great call, Roger. You remember that was one of Tommy's favorites, and
sure.
And the reason why we like that so much is the Paul Ills. You know, it's almost worth, Roger, it's almost worth grabbing that.
I know.
But Paul by himself, because he drags it out. Oh, my. Josh, you know, that was sort of the signature call for Paul. Oh, my. Touchdown, Arkansas. Oh, my. That one, you know, because it was such a shock, they were pinned back in their own, you know, in the end zone, and they go 92. And I don't remember what the final score was of that game. What year was that, Roger? Does it say?
02. Now, that's what it says. That doesn't mean that's what year it is.
I don't think that's.
Yeah, it could have been put in at that time.
Let's see, home. They beat us.
AR versus Tennessee. Jones
What's that?
to Smith, 92 yards, 2002.
Yep.
That's what it says there. Now, and again, I know RJ's listening,
What it says?
but he changes dates on there just to screw with people.
So what year was it, Josh? You said you found
it? It said 02.
It says 02 on here.
Okay, here we go. So that was the 6th overtime game, Roger, 41-38.
All right.
So that was the one, you know, and remember, Roger, who won the game for Tennessee?
Tennessee? Yeah. Wasn't it the tight end?
Get it?
Cowboy tight end.
Get it?
Cowboy tight end. It was 2 initials. What was his initials?
And I think he ran. I knew he did this
right
for
up the
Dallas.
middle. Was it up the middle?
Yeah.
What's his initials?
Did he do it with his helmet off in Dallas and Arkansas? That was just.
What's his initial? Give me his initial. Give me his first initial. Oh my God! Not Hunter Henry. What's his name? It's the same. It's the same letters, right?
Randy, what is the tight end from?
You
Tennessee?
don't even know, you penis.
What is it? Jason Witten.
No, not even close. Jason Witten, yes, for Tennessee. Not even close.
Listen, that was part, Josh, of
Damn it!
Under Houston Nutt where we had we had 2 7-overtime games, Ole Miss and Kentucky, and a 6th overtime game against and I think all Matt Jones games. Yeah. What was the other one?
That was still a Magic. That was still was it Kentucky? That was also
Kentucky.
That was also
Tennessee.
I think the Kentucky game was the one that we were still at Magic 105. And came back from a cruise or a trip at that time too.
Well, remember during Houston Nutt's time, we struggled. We struggled at time to beat Tennessee. Remember?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, literally we didn't beat them. The only time
wasn't Manning on those teams with Houston?
I think a couple of them. Yeah. But the only game we won, Roger, I think, was the 28-24 redemption game because they'd beaten us 3 or 4 times before that. Come back, beat us 63 to 20, 13-3. Then we lose in that 6th overtime. So we really struggled to beat them. That's why it's so amazing. If you look now, the last 6 times we played Tennessee, We are 5-1.
Yeah.
So
and there's a part of me that when I look at those and think of those teams, that when you mentioned the 4 that are there today, that Tennessee loomed heavier for me than the Georgia game did because of all those. Because Tennessee's always been. Listen, the only person I know that beat them, Forrest Gump.
Well, the fact was Tennessee. It was Tennessee and Florida back in those days. It was not Georgia, and that's why they ran off Mark Richt. He just could not.
I can't believe that.
Tennessee.
Hey, also,
listen, what's his name? What was
Larry Munson?
And who was the coordinator over there before he went to LSU?
No, I'm sorry, that was not Larry. Larry Munson is Georgia.
Who was that? Chavis, wasn't Chavis over there?
Chavis was in Tennessee. Yes.
Jeremy Pruitt was in Tennessee. I'm not sure what we're talking
Jeremy Pruitt was. That was a bad.
So two
bad
things.
time.
Number one, on SEC Network right now, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, Baz.
Yes, I'll turn around and look. What is it?
Jamal Charles on there. Chris Doering his arms look bigger than Jamal Charles' arms.
I'm telling you, I talked to Doring yesterday. He was on with Randy.
He's huge.
Hell, he looks great. I told him,
he's looked good for years, man.
I called him a bum. I said he'd make the rest of us look bad. And I tell you, Peter Burns looks good too. But those guys are in good shape. Jerks.
Doring always had a big white fluffy like labradoodle type deal that always fall asleep on him during his XM shows. It's always very funny.
He's such a solid dude. When I brought him in the touchdown club, such a great guy. Yeah,
also, our question of the day.
Yep.
So with Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas going today, I said assuming every team had the same record when you played them, besides Texas, which team would you like to see Arkansas beat the most? Auburn, Georgia, or Tennessee? So what I'm asking here is, let's just say Auburn's 8-0, Georgia's 8-0, and Tennessee is 8-0.
Right.
You played them. Who would you like to beat the most? That's our question of the day.
But you know what? Take Texas. That was smart by taking Texas off the plate because you saw what happened with that.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Texas. Everybody's going to vote Texas, which I get it. I understand. But
you should.
Listen,
and again,
can we beat some other teams?
Well,
please?
you know what?
Please.
Why can't we? Why can't we? And once again, being the old Southwest Conference guy that you are, the ghost of Frank Broyles has called back in. What do you have to say, Coach?
I don't know who you are.
He doesn't, Coach. I'm sorry. Hey, Baz, when we come back, we'll have Family
Feud.
Chuck Gallen's here, and you can ask him why he screwed you with the credit card, the Exxon card.
Fellas, I got big news in the testosterone replacement therapy industry. That's right. Y'all know Low T Center. That's my spot. Well, guess what? They're introducing the Synergenics Health app. Bottom line, if you're having a hard time deciding where to go for testosterone replacement therapy, look no further. Low T is where you need to go. And not only is that where you need to go, the app, the Synergenics Health app, is a superior innovation in healthcare technology that you simply won't find anywhere else. With the app, you can book appointments, view lab results, have face-to-face visits, get medication reminders, order supplements. The list goes on and on. Guys, taking control of your health has never been easier. Heck, it's never been quicker. If you get in before 10 a.m., you can literally start treatments that very same day. With Low T Center, you have the ability to get TRT treatments in office or at home. However you choose, it's up to you. There's never been a better time to start TRT with Low T Center than right now. They're offering the test for free. Others charge hundreds of dollars. Low T Center, it's free. Download the Synergenics Health app today or book an appointment online at fixmylowt.com. Again, that's fixmylowt.com.
Listen to Morning Mayhem for your chance to finish the lyric with Justin Moore, brought to you by Honda of Russellville, where you can check out the new Honda Mud Pro Series ATVs or Goldwing trikes at hondaofrussellville.com.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Gallagher.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz.
In an update for you, Little Rock police say there were multiple shots fired calls near East Markham Street a little after 9 Saturday night. When officers tried to talk with a crowd of young people, some tried to run away. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries or deaths. The director of Arkansas Stop the Violence says no young person should be able to get their hands on a gun. Neighbors living downtown say the gunshots were a shocking escalation to what they've been seeing. 2 16-year-olds were arrested. We're told those teens said they had guns and tried to run away. Anyone under 18 within Little Rock is not allowed in entertainment districts or city parks between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Police say the shooting took place while the curfew was in effect. And that has Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. looking to extend that weekday curfew to the weekends for the rest of the summer. He plans to call on the City Board of Directors to approve an ordinance to that effect. I'm Sincere Tonsel with KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio Network.
This Friday, join Randy Rainwater and Drive Time Sports at the all-new and improved Sonic Drive-In on BB Caps in Searcy. Drive Time Sports, Friday in Searcy on 103.7 The Buzz.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or click online at arkansastruck.com.
Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. No one understands that better than Baptist Health. They support you on your wellness journey wherever it may lead. Baptist Health really is so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner, helping you live your fullest, healthiest life. Baptist Health provides a range of essential screenings for vital areas such as your heart, prostate, and colon, coupled with comprehensive and personalized care. They utilize state-of-the-art robotic surgeries to ensure faster recoveries and significantly less pain for their patients. You can always rely on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be delivered with Christian compassion. It's no accident that they are recognized as Arkansas's most trusted and innovative healthcare system. Their commitment to excellence is evident in every aspect of their service. When you need a partner in wellness, visit Baptist-Health.com to find the care you deserve. Baptist Health is so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner, helping you live your fullest, healthiest life. Visit Baptist-Health.com to find the care you deserve. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
HR services should be simple, reliable, and stress-free. As payroll companies merge, the attention to your business can feel less personal and more complicated. At the Payroll Company, we are proudly independent, offering an employee hotline and dedicated payroll specialists who know your business. Get HR services done right, reliable and accessible every time. Because you deserve a payroll partner who puts you first. No mergers, just white glove service you can rely on to help you hire, manage, grow. The Payroll Company. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
It's Justin Aker for CertaPro Painters, and it is summertime. If you're looking for a project to be done at your house, then get them on board now. You can sign up for your free estimate, and you can get your project scheduled as well at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. I've had painters work in the past, and you don't get the kind of experience you get with CertaPro, where they're going to clean up after themselves, leave you with a great paint job, and they're going to do it all at an affordable price. For your home, for your business, CertaPro is the answer. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. So get them on your project now. Again, at CertaPro.com.
Are you dreaming of excitement and adventure? Hubbard Power Sports Can-Am and Sea-Doo of Russellville is the place to be. From the cost-effective and customizable Sea-Doo Switch pontoon boat to a one-of-a-kind Can-Am Spider, Hubbard Power Sports has what you're looking for. Looking for a Sea-Doo personal watercraft? Don't worry, we've got you covered there too. From a Can-Am Defender farm rig to the all-new 240-horsepower Can-Am Maverick R, we've got it all. With a large selection of Can-Am four-wheelers and side-by-side models in stock now. Stop by and see us in Russellville. Visit us at hubbardpowersports.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. At the center of the new Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile is the world's largest digital camera, about the size of a small car with over 3 billion pixels. It promises mind-blowing pictures of the universe, kind of like David references in the 19th Psalm. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they display knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. As you ponder your place in this vast universe, you will always be greeted with a warm, welcome to Doublebee's. Watch for Doublebee specials each month on the things you need. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Hi, my name is Nita Freeman, and I'm the marketing director for Genesis of Conway. In our new store that opened in November, we have been a partner with the Buzz from the very beginning. We love all the packages that we get from them. They are helping us promote our big golf tournament, the Genesis of Conway Central Arkansas Open. Robert Davidson is awesome, is a great partner. He is willing to go above and beyond to do whatever we need to make our partnership successful.
For more information on advertising, call me
me, Robert Davidson, 501-744-1279.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem. Please. Live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios.
The Moretti's!
OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
They're below or above the Nate?
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Smart ass.
First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Beechwood Hospitality, and Bet Saracen.
All right. Hello. We're there.
You're there, Bob. You're there.
Hey, 9:06 here on this Tuesday, July 15th. We're here at the SEC Media Days here in Atlanta. Let's see, get double R opponent on there.
8:06.
What else? Oh, that's 9:06 Eastern Atlanta time, 8:06 Central, and getting ready to have Texas, Georgia, Auburn, and Tennessee on the board today. Amber texted in and said, "Have you guys talked about Lane Kiffin and about what he all had to say yesterday?" And we had talked a little bit about it. Sully wasn't impressed, but I thought what he said about his family and the way Oxford rallied around the death of his mom and dad was outstanding. And
what was it that he didn't impress Sully about? What Sully wanted?
Sully was looking for a home run, comment from anybody, something funny, something aggressive, like, I just think
his dad dying's not good enough.
No, everything is measured now, Roger. Back in the old days was Spurrier and Ed Orgeron. They'll come in
and
even
Leach, yeah, absolutely.
And Leach, yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, Leach even better. But we don't have that anymore. All these guys are a little bit more measured in what they say. But I thought at least what he said was pretty powerful. If you're an Ole Miss fan, you're over the moon with what this guy has done.
Absolutely, you know what? What did Bielema came on? First thing he did his first year was he didn't come here to watch Alabama or whatever. He came here to beat them. Okay, right, that didn't happen. And what was is that where Coach Pittman didn't say they have a cold beer? Did he? What did he ever say anything?
Yeah, I think he did that.
That was his cold beer
like
one.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I think he did. We do have Randy Rainwater 2 days in a row now. Randy has gone wire to wire on the buzz. I hope management's paying attention to this.
Yeah.
You're all terrible.
What? No, that's let's.
How terrible.
I think we've run down John Daly. Let's bring him in the show there, Rod Dodge.
Big John is the winner of 2 major championships. He's a national sports icon who does it his way with no apologies. Over his decades-long career, he's raised millions of dollars for charities including his beloved Boys and Girls Club of Dardanelle and Arkansas Razorback for Life. John Daly on Morning Mayhem is made possible by Moe's Southwest Grill. Ask about our catering for your next event. Email catering@moesar.com. Stepping off the tee box into the mayhem, it's John Daly.
Welcome to Moe's.
Such a great open.
It is
for John Daly. Good morning, JD. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Hey, Johnny.
We're doing great. Where are you located this morning?
I'm in Pennsylvania at my buddy's shop, waiting to get some new ACs put on my old bus. I bought a new Renegade Explorer. It's badass. That's all I can say.
Listen, no telling how many miles you put on. Do you have the mileage on your bus that you can share? How much?
It's only like 300, only like 320,000 on that. I've had it since 07.
Man, that's.
But it's almost 19 years old. But I got some sad news for you guys, man. Our girl Misty Gibbons has put up her retirement for Boys and Girls Club. I just want to thank her for all the hard work she's done for my Boys and Girls Club. She put up her retirement. I think it was Friday. Gonna miss her. Gonna always love her. But waiting for the new girl or guy that's going to come in. Kerry Lott's been just the best. He's going to be running my tournament next year in Nashville. And we raised, hopefully we're going to raise about $80,000 for the tournament we did here in Pennsylvania for the Boys and Girls Club too. So sorry it's a little late. I was just going over that this morning. But I think when you look at SEC football, we didn't beat Georgia too many times, and we haven't. But I think it was either Ryan Mallett, the first play of the game in Georgia, 68-yard pass, touchdown. I think that's the first time we beat him in I don't know when.
Yep. Yep, that's right. That
and
was
the other
Katrina.
one I remember was McFadden, Felix Jones, and who was our hoss or moose there?
Yes.
We put up 200 and something yards against Tennessee in running. That was the two games that I remember the most about the SEC. Us beating Georgia was like, I can't remember the last time we beat them then. I think
We've only
it was
beaten them
just
twice.
an awesome game.
We've only beaten them twice, JD. It was 1993 in Athens, and then 2010 was the Ryan Mallett game that you were talking about. Now, I remember McFadden going up the middle when he was a freshman. That must have been 2005, I think. And McFadden, I'll never forget it, Randy. Larry Munson goes, he said, look at, you know the way Larry Munson used to do it for Georgia, look at that young man go. And we knew we had something special because he went 80 right up the gut of Georgia. Nobody could catch him, and he looked like they've seen Herschel Walker and all that. But yeah, we have not beaten them, John. But the record is 10-4. I'm sorry, not 10-4. It's 12-4 altogether, and we lost in the national the SEC championship game in 2002. So I think it's 12-4 is the record. And yeah, Tennessee. Listen, we've done well against Tennessee. I think we've won 5 of the last 6. So that used to be a team we could not beat. But Georgia's a different story. Auburn. I don't know if you guys remember, Roger and John. When Gus Malzahn was there, he just hammered us, man. He would score 50, 56, 52, 51. I mean, it would just. I'll never forget that one game. You remember Roger and
I think there's only one game that the best game that I can remember after the few that maybe we traded off with them when they were up in Fayetteville was when Tyler Wilson came in.
Yes, against Cam Newton.
Absolutely. I want to say
that was a great game.
Great game. I want to say that I watched that maybe the last game that I watched at Denton's Trot Line outside.
2010.
Yeah. 65 to 43.
Unreal.
And he had to go out. He got hurt, didn't he?
Mallett got hurt,
and he came. Okay.
Yeah, and he came in. That was a heck of a game. We do have to say, John, I had thrown out a trivia to Trey Schapp. I said, Trey, tomorrow is the 20th anniversary, and we'll see if, Roger, you can get this. It was the 20th anniversary of a significant date for Arkansas in the sports world. So immediately Trey Schapp said, John Daly. And I said, well, that's not the one I'm talking about. She said, wait a minute. This week is the 30th anniversary of your British Open win. Is that right, John?
Something like that. I don't know. It seems like 100 years ago.
Yeah, I think Schapp said it's the. I think he said
Schapp
it was
would know.
It's the 30th, and but tomorrow's also the 20th anniversary of Jermaine Taylor winning the World Championship against Bernard Hopkins. And so we're going to see if we can get him on. You remember that, JD?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That boy, he could fight, man.
We were there.
Wow.
Yeah, we were all there.
Sure
and
were.
Think about that, John. At that time, from 94 all the way to what you guys were doing in Jermaine, Arkansas was showing up on the national landscape when it came to national sports. Nolan, the national championship game, you winning two opens, or 2 majors, rather, and then Jermaine winning the championship. And that was a great night. But, yeah, and of course, John, you became one of the biggest stars in the country when all that was happening.
Yeah, I don't even think our boy Justin was even born yet, was he?
No, he's not on the show with us, but he was. I think he was born. What was he, Roger? I always forget what year.
He was still. He wasn't potty trained.
mid 80s. What do you expect to hear, John? What do you think would be good? And we do want to thank Moe's for sponsoring John Daly each week. Brandon LeCue, thanks so much. What do you want to hear from Sam Pittman when he speaks Thursday? Yesterday you heard Lane Kiffin talk about the success Ole Miss has had under him, and they're going in the right direction and all these things. What do you think would be good for Sam Pittman to share?
What he does best, I think we hired him on the presumption of what great offensive line coach he is, and I'm hearing some great things about our offensive line. So he rebuilt it, and let's hope it does what he does, because that's what he's great at. And I think we got the best offensive coordinator in college football ever. Petrino, he's going to score points. Like I always say, I'm just worried about our defense. I don't know anything about our defense. I haven't heard much. I've seen some recruits that we're getting, maybe later, like in 26 and stuff. But I don't know. It's always about our defense, man. I think we've always, for the last few years, we've had pretty good offense. It's just our defense that scares me.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's sort of been one of the question marks, one of the scratching, head items for Sam Pittman is the offensive line the last couple of years has not performed near what the expectations were, considering he has a reputation of being a great offensive line coach.
Well, he got that great reputation in two places, when Brett Bielema was the head coach here and when he had a great Georgia team.
Yeah, sure did.
I mean, they made it real easy on that one. But, yes, he's gotta hate that a little bit because he is considered, as Rainwater would say, the guru of offensive line.
But I think you're right, John. I think the reality is we're going to score some points. You got Taylor Green coming back, who we'll have on the show Thursday morning, by the way. And countdown to kickoff on July 24th at the Hall, Bobby Petrino and Taylor Green. I think we're going to be able to move the ball and produce points, I think, enough to be in ball games. The question, are we going to have games like we did against Ole Miss last year where we can't cover anybody, and it's apparent. I mean, if you remember that Ole Miss game, he had one guy, I think, hit, 5 touchdown receptions and 300 yards receiving. We just could not cover anybody. So you just hope you don't have those kind of games. And we got a tough schedule, JD. It's pretty brutal right off the bat. It's not. There's
John Daly, what's the toughest schedule you've ever had when you've gone out and played golf in one of your championships? Was one a tougher schedule than the next, or did you just have to go out there and play?
I think everything about us is elements and weather. When I won the British Open in '95, I was playing I wasn't playing great golf, but I was excited to go to St. Andrews and play there. Well, I didn't really care how I played. I just knew I felt good about going into St. Andrews just to play the golf course, play the British Open. The weather, it wasn't raining. It was just windy every single day, 25 to up to 35 to 40 miles an hour.
Wow.
And, you just hold your own. There's some places you love to play. I mean, I'm sure there's coaches and teams that hate going to places to play.
Yeah.
And it's a mindset, that you just got to put yourself in there and go, hey, let's just do the best we can and hopefully come out on top. But for me, it was, my schedule, I was still young. I won a PGA in 91, but I was chasing the money, man. I was going everywhere all over the world getting the money, and
those locks were flowing in the wind.
I missed a ton of cuts going into the British Open. I'm not playing great, but I don't know, that first round, something just clicked. My three-quarter shots were great. Jack Nicklaus told me in 92, let the wind be your friend, and I went on that motion and, got lucky and won a British Open at St. Andrews, the greatest place to golf.
Amen.
So,
Amen. Double DB, what about you? I mean, when you went into any stadium, which one was it, other than home, if you were going to say home, was it that you just felt I'm playing here today, all the history behind it, words.
Yeah, Roger, it's not like now. The Southwest Conference sort of sucked back in the day. The two venues you had, three. You had A&M. That's always a great place to play at College Station. Playing at Texas at Austin. Right. And then we got to play in Dallas Cowboy Stadium when we played Eric Dickerson at SMU. That was always sort of
and the old
cool
stadium, yeah.
Yeah, we got dressed in the Cowboys locker room, so it felt like I was playing on carpet in my bedroom. So those three, the rest of them were. It's not like it is now. Kids today get to play in such great environments.
Baylor was always such a physical game.
Yeah, Baylor
may not have been the marquee name. But
they
were
sure
so
were.
Physical.
They had some linebackers, that's for sure. We talk about one all the time. But and again though, but now, and maybe you're right, Baz, unless it's changed a little bit. But in the SEC, there are some marquee stadiums that people are playing in. As much as people hated the crappy stadium that Ole Miss has, it's still been around a long time. So it was cool when we were fortunate to go down there and play them. I like being in that going, man, this is an old stadium. I don't get to sit in very many old ones anymore. They're all new.
John, as you've got 10 days away from the Happy Gilmore 2 release on Netflix. It's Friday, July 25th, so that is right around the corner. Look forward to when that happens and seeing what your role will be there. And last but not least, we'll let you go, and you give a shout-out to Misty Gibbons, who was the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club there, Dardanelle, Arkansas River Valley. So you said 23 years. I know you guys did a lot of work. That you give her a lot of credit for, and hopefully the next person that fills her shoes will also do a great job.
Yeah, she was wonderful. I mean, Kathy Andreas was great. You know, ever since I've been doing this, there's only been 2 girls. You know, I've been doing it since '92 when Mom started it. So you're looking at 33, 34 years that we've done this, and I've had 2 CEOs, and they've been 2 of the greatest ladies I've ever met in my life, and just sad that she's going.
Yeah, it's to do special things. It takes not only star power like you have, but it takes people behind the scenes doing all the grunt work and doing a lot of work. So I know she appreciates the kind words you said about her. All right, buddy. Well, listen, have a great rest of the week. We'll finish it up here in Atlanta. We'll talk to you next week, man.
Good luck to Little John and the Southern. It's they're hosting at the Blessings this week.
Yes,
so good luck
that's
to
right.
Little John. If I didn't have some outings to do, I'd be there watching him. But go Little John at the Blessings. Win that Southern Am. It's a big one.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. All right, brother. Love you, man. Go
Thanks,
Hogs.
Johnny.
Go Hogs. Love y'all.
Love you too, buddy. That is John Daly, brought to you by Moe's. You know, I don't know about Double R. Did you hear the sound effect that we play when we say Moe's? Have you heard that? Here, let's. There you go.
Got your headphones on. Here we go.
Yeah,
First of all,
welcome to Moe's.
That is a real crunch. That is not a produced in a big studio. That is a real crunch within our studio.
Have you noticed though?
you got anything like that, Double R? No.
No. Oh no. I got to take the microphone and record her over to the Riverfront Steakhouse and do that as I watch DB chew into that filet. But no, does that first couple of words, or maybe not even words, just first couple of letters that come out of the gentleman's mouth, does that not initially sound though like PB?
Welcome to Moe's.
Everybody, Randy, we couldn't believe how many people are like, I didn't hear it at all. I don't hear it at all.
Welcome to Moe's.
But we've had a gazillion people go.
That sound, that little bit of sound.
I know.
At the very beginning. Now, it's at the very beginning.
I see what you're saying. That's what it is. But
Yeah,
you've been more intimate with him than we have.
Welcome to Moe's.
Roger did that crunch there in the Buzz studio. It sounded like it's in a sound studio. The
It
crunch
does.
is so good.
Sometimes you just capture magic.
All right, 661-1037. Coming up next, Kevin Trainer. I guess he's got 2 more weeks on salary with U of A, and he has not decided, to my understanding, what he's going to do next. We'll let him explain that himself and maybe give us a little insight. A guy who's been in the program for 30 years, and he was part of the 10% cut that we've been hearing about, and amongst some of the others. So it'll be interesting to see what he's got to say. And listen, I was standing there yesterday at the front, Randy, and I was standing there, and while I was standing there, was about 5 people would come up. Hey, man, how you doing? You know, you could tell that they all knew what had transpired, and that's a significant thing. But we'll hear his side of it.
Stinks.
Yeah, that's the way I feel.
Here's the part, though, David, that we're not going to find out about. There should be a full accountability on, because Kevin was not the only one. I think there was close to 30 individuals,
right,
male, female, who were forced out as well.
Right.
I'd like to have some transparency here. I don't care about the financial numbers,
just who the names are.
But yeah, who the people are.
Yeah, it's funny,
and to bring about the justification, because you said this earlier, and there's so much truth to this. Why couldn't there have been other cuts to other areas?
Yeah.
Why did it necessarily have to be this one department, so to speak, this one area only who suffers the brunt? Why not some salary reductions in some other people?
Yeah, we'll ask Kevin.
That's a toughie. You know what?
We'll
But if they get rid of somebody like Kevin, and everybody else that's sticking around is going, oh, geez, if they got rid of him, I have no chance.
Yeah, but Roger, again, just some accountability. I mean, you don't have to give specific numbers. I don't care if Kevin was making $50,000 or $500,000.
Right.
I mean, there's got to be other people.
Oh, there's tons of other people. If from what you're saying, you're right, and the other people aren't getting the kind of press that we're talking about with Kevin Trainer. But let me ask you this, though, Double R. Why is he so special? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm being devil's advocate right here. When somebody fires somebody or they replace them, who are we?
Yeah. But here's the thing, Raj.
But we have the right. We have the right to.
No, you have the right to say whatever you want. I'm asking to have the right to say, who are we?
Yeah. Well,
and I'm not. And listen, I'm on your side. I'm not.
Well, I'm saying you say why? It's a 30-year. That's a 30-year employee.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on. If you noticed about 2 years ago, when the NCAA took their foot off of the pedal, and really the first one who really took this to another level was Nick Saban, and that is these consultants. And what they were doing, what he was doing, he was bringing in all these old ex-coaches.
Yeah, he was, as an
paying them
assistant,
about $50,000 a year at minimum.
Yeah, I think it's 25. I think is what it was.
There's two coaches in the SEC right now who were one of those guys.
Look at the staffs. There's no limits anymore.
Yeah.
Look at the staffs. Whatever you can afford, whatever you can pay for.
Sure.
And then you watch. And I'm not just focusing on football.
Yep.
It takes 3 rows, it seems like, to accommodate all the basketball staff when they come walking out on the basketball court. There's not room for everybody. You can't put them all on the bench.
Hey.
Yeah, if you look at the athletic department listing, the staff listing, there's 45 staff
consultants.
You know what?
The combination. Yeah.
And from what y'all know more than I do about Kevin, I've met him several times, and just because I'm up there with you, Baz, and he's always a nice guy. I have nothing negative to say about him. I don't know about that. And just by basing what you have told me about him, he's probably thinking the same thing. Listen, there's a lot of other people that lost their gig as well, and not just me. So hopefully he's that kind of guy that that will think about others as well. I kind of think he is. I don't know.
Well, what's interesting, Roger, it's like what we were talking about. I guess because of labor law and privacy deals, they don't have to say that's a that's a private deal, and they don't make a list of who was let go, and so, and that's why that I have the ability because of where I at to say. Well, let me tell you who's a high-profile guy that's been one of the most high-profile guys.
I have a question. Do you guys think the person who counted the DAPs got fired?
Oh, touche. We remember the DAP counter that was. Now, who did we learn that from? It was the offensive line coach telling us that we had a DAP counter. He was counting the DAPs after the. That was an all-time.
A DAP is a positive interaction. Remember that? We learned that.
I wonder. You're right. I mean, if DAP counter is there,
Kevin Trainer and DAP counter had to walk.
Yes. DAP counter, we're not going to pay you. What we're going to do is let you use laundry detergent when you're washing these jocks.
Oh my gosh!
I think y'all are right though. It is. I totally agree with Randy. The accountability, just to know, I understand why veterans who made a decent amount of cash would be on the block. You understand that, right?
Sure.
But also, was he the only one? Was it a combination of new employees? Was it part of the quote unquote army of polos that we always mention that are on the DAP counters, right?
The DAP counter.
Were there GAs who were fired? Because I'll tell you what, you go to these big bowl games and you see these teams. I mean, the number of support staff that Bama, Georgia, LSU, Ohio State have, like you almost ask yourself, what do these guys do? Like, is there a job?
Yeah, how many of them are on there? I mean, maybe some of these guys or gals don't get paid money or enough of it to cause a ripple or anything like that, but maybe some of the other stuff that they do. But then again, you've got to have a lot of money. And this university, from what somebody has been saying behind closed doors here, is that the university was in money troubles to begin with.
Hey, Raj, let's take a break.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think Kevin's on his way up here.
Here we go.
Let's
do it.
All right, go ahead. 9:30.
Don't pour your love out on me, baby. If you do, then I think that maybe I'll just lay me down. Drop 400 years. Don't pour your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money. But don't leave me drowning in my tears.
This is SportsCenter.
It's day number 2 of SEC Media Days, live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. On day number 1, we saw LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt hit the podium. Today, the big guns come out. It's Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, and Auburn hitting the podium. You can catch coverage all day here on 103.7 The Buzz with David Bazzel, Randy Rainwater, and Trey Schapp. Want to thank all of our sponsors, First Security Bank, Bet Saracen, Kaufman Lumber, UAMS Ortho, and Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels for sponsoring 2025 SEC Media Days coverage. Also last night, Cal Raleigh, the home run leader in Major League Baseball, wins the Home Run Derby. He's the second Mariner to ever do it. Another one, Ken Griffey Jr. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The Rock City Margarita Festival, presented by OAKLAWN Hot Springs, is back and happening July 19th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at Stubbs.net. Come sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. The Rock City Margarita Festival, presented by OAKLAWN Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Hey folks, this is David Bazzel for Simmons Bank. What started as a hometown bank in Pine Bluff more than 120 years ago, Simmons Bank has expanded their footprint to more than 200 locations across the Mid-South. Simmons Bank offers comprehensive financial solutions delivered with a client-central approach. Last year, Simmons Bank was recognized by U.S. News & World Report as one of the best companies to work for in the South, and in 2023 by Forbes as one of the world's best banks. The Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens was named the best tournament on the PGA Tour Champions by the golfers themselves. It's very rare that a first-year tournament wins an award from the players like the Simmons Bank Championship did. George Macris and his strong team at Simmons Bank can help you grow. Give them a shot and tell them Baz sent you. You can find all of their locations on the web at SimmonsBank.com. With more than $27 billion in total assets, Simmons Bank continues to grow. Join me and many others and make Simmons Bank your bank. SimmonsBank.com or check out a branch near you. One of the best banks in America located right here in Arkansas.
Yes, the Little Rock Racket Club has the facilities you need to get in shape, but there's something else. The spirit of community. The people that work there, the members you get to know, connections that add to your health. The Little Rock Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Fellas, don't live with fatigue and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy replacement at Low T Center. Take the test, get fast results, and start with TRT with Arkansas's leading experts in men's health. Now it's easier than ever with a new Synergenics Health app. Innovation in healthcare technology you won't find anywhere else. Fellas, get back to living your best life and do it with Low T Center. Download now or book an appointment while the test is still free at FixMyLowT.com. Again, that's FixMyLowT.com.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios. OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Matt Jones keeps 35 at the 40, 45, breaks a tackle at the Auburn 40, the 30, the Auburn 20, the 10, touchdown Arkansas!
How about a touchdown? Not a first down. How about a touchdown? Great call.
All right, 9:34. We are live here at SEC Media Days 2025. Today you got Tennessee, Texas, Georgia, and Auburn. And so we hadn't started yet. I think we'll have Texas up first. We got great to have Kevin Trainer with us now, who is been a regular here for, 13 years now, 15 years?
Yeah, this is year 14, David. Hard 14. To believe, yeah.
I started, this is my 13th. I started Bielema's first year. Been doing it ever since. Randy's done it for 30-something years, and you become familiar or synonymous with doing the Q&A, being in charge of that. Sure.
Sure.
I thought it was really great before we talk about the U of A and your situation. I thought it was so classy what Greg Sankey did yesterday.
Yeah.
And having a moment of silence for the first question be from Bob Holt.
No question. Bob is really, a hole that can't be filled here at SEC Media Days. Of course, everyone in Arkansas familiar with Bob, but this was his week to shine every year, and people got to see all over the country what we all have enjoyed. It's just Bob's insatiable curiosity, his wit, but no, it was very classy, and several coaches mentioned Bob yesterday as well. So that's how you know how you've had an impact is that they would say that. We lost Bob in November, but still very much on the mind of everyone here at SEC Media Day.
Thought that was super classy, and of course you're known on the national scene. You just got through. You stepped down for your presidency of the College Communicators Association
College
of America?
Communicators, yeah.
Yeah, and so did that for the last year. And 30 years you've been at the U of A. We go back to when, I played with your brother who was an All-American kicker, one of the best to ever do it. And sure, your first year at U of A was what year?
Well, I came to school in 1990 and, had 4 great years working in the athletics department. Certainly easy to remember that graduation and a year that's pretty significant in Razorback history, 1994.
Yes.
With the national championship with Coach Richardson. Went to the SEC. I was the first Arkansas person to work at the Southeastern Conference. I was an intern for a year, and then came back to the University of Arkansas that next year, and been there ever since. So it's you look up, and July 1st was 30 years, but it's gone pretty fast. But what a ride it's been.
I've always said if anybody could write a best-selling book in the state of Arkansas about Razorback athletics, it's you, because you've seen it all from the Nolan. Frank, because you have a connection with Frank that some people may not know about.
Yeah, no, certainly. I'd worked a long time for Coach Broyles in the athletics department, and then of course Barbara passed away, and got to be around Coach at that time. It was a difficult time for Coach Broyles, but in my own life, I married a Fayetteville girl, and her father was the head of the creative writing department at the University of Arkansas, helped found it. And he unfortunately passed away as well. And next thing you know, Danita Ritchie, Coach Broyles' former assistant, longtime assistant, had set Coach Broyles up on a blind date. So I don't know how many people go to work and have your mother-in-law dating the boss, but hey, if that's not an Arkansas story, I don't know what is. But they got married, and so it was a special time to work with Coach Broyles, who I'd already worked with, but then to have him be a stepfather-in-law, and he's sitting at the end of the table. That's a little bit different than most.
Very unique. And then, of course, as I was alluded to, you have been through all the crazy ups and downs, the greats and the bad, and it's been quite a ride for you. And what you've been behind the scenes for the most part, you've been there behind the scenes and probably learned a lot along the way, and probably did some things that people don't even know that you were involved in over those 30 years.
Well, David, it's funny. You mentioned college sports communicators. I went straight from Orlando to Omaha to meet our baseball team, and it's a little bit after midnight. I've landed in the Omaha airport. I'm at the baggage claim, and I look over, and who's standing there waiting for the bag? Dana Altman. And so I go over to Coach Altman, introduce myself. He congratulates Arkansas, and I said, Coach, the last time we met, I was dropping you off at Drake Field to go back to Creighton. And he kind of hung his head a little bit. I told him that obviously I had followed his career and wished him luck. But, I don't think anybody could they probably wouldn't write the Hollywood script. They wouldn't believe all that stuff. But that was just recently. That was just when I went to Omaha.
Yeah,
so.
Funny. Ever since that happened, every head coach in every sport knows. Everybody knows. You've got to make sure the coach knows how to call the hogs as well, right? That's even to Coach Cal.
How many times did I get told? Make sure he puts on the hat. and the next week, obviously we hired John Pelfrey. And I kept telling John Pelfrey, I said, you have got to put on the hat. He goes, why do you keep telling me you have to put on the hat? And there's a great photo. He takes the hat, he puts it on his head, and there is an enormous cheer. And he looks over at me and smiles. And
Yes.
so those are all the even in times of turmoil or adversity, there are those kinds of stories and things and those memories that we all have.
Yeah, you think about Jeff Long, the Bobby Petrino situation, the Houston Nutt craziness that went on, and Coach Broyles, as I mentioned, So it's been an unbelievable career for you, and college sports has changed since when you got in this game, and it's now a lot about money, and you've been aware of that. And so recently it came out Hunter Yurchek was going to make cuts across the athletic department in lieu of all this happening. When that came out, when you heard that, did you presume or did you think that may include me, or did you think maybe that my commitment and my time here and my work would benefit me enough to not be part of that 10%?
Well, certainly, as you mentioned, David, college athletics is in a whole new place, and I think Greg Sankey said yesterday college athletics isn't broken, but we certainly are in a time of transition. So certainly I was aware that our athletic department needed to make some adjustments and look at things to match that. But right out of school, I mentioned I came down to the SEC and came back to the University of Arkansas. So for 30 plus years, I've been coming over the top of that hill and going to the stadium and working there. So yeah, no, it was a surprise certainly to me. But it's been an incredible 30 years. We will see what's next. But I mean, how could I be bitter about something that's been such a big part of my life for 30 years and great memories and most of all the relationships. I love the University of Arkansas. I love the state of Arkansas, and even when I come down here to SEC Media Day, I love representing the state and the university. So look forward to seeing what's next. But by golly, Arkansas is home, and that's where I want to be.
Full disclosure, you and I have been friends for a long time, and so I'm going to be skewed in my opinion here that I thought it was a horrible decision for the university to let you go. And so two parts about this, just because, I've said that the athletic department people who are in that room right now are caretakers, are stewards of that position. I was there when Frank Burrell was there. I was there when Jeff Long was there. And there's a chance at some point here soon or down the road, this group will be gone. And so I think there's something to be said for consistency and having somebody there that has institutional knowledge, and nobody more than you. And so the two things I wanted to ask, there was not a situation here where you were ready to move on to the next step and head out to retirement. This was not, we got you a deal that you're happy with to go to the foundation. This was just, you were part of the 10%, that's it. There might be other opportunities, maybe at the foundation, but nothing was set in stone for this move of, you leaving the athletic department.
Well, certainly I thought, again, I've been blessed. I've done a number of different things through the years. I'm not doing the same thing that I did when I started full-time in 1995 and as a student before that. So things evolved, but yeah, my future certainly planned to be at the University of Arkansas and be with Razorback Athletics. Intercollegiate athletics, like I said, looks different today. We used to say, hey, all the things that have changed, but things have changed more in the last 2 years than they did in the previous 28. I mean, it really. So yes, still very much have a passion for it. Want to be a part of the program, and someone said, hey, does this change anything? I said, no. When you invest that time and you put your heart and soul into it for 30 years, I want nothing but the best for the university. I want nothing but the best for the Razorbacks, and I have a lot of dear friends over there and worked, and that's what I treasure most about that time is the people that I've been able to work with.
You have not made a decision. My understanding is you've been offered an opportunity in the Razorback Foundation with a salary not increased but a decrease, a salary cut to do that. So have you made up your mind? And a different kind of job than what you've been doing. The job you do at the athletic department would be completely something different than if you decided to take this job at the Razorback Foundation, correct? And at a salary reduction.
I think I've just taken this time. It just happened to line up. We had a family vacation. My daughter's studying abroad in Dublin, Ireland through the University of Arkansas. And so we had a planned trip and took that, and really time to think and look about what's next. Like I said, it's been kind of aimed in one direction for a long time, and I'm grateful for that. So continuing to take some time to look at what's next and see. And, this is something that happens to a lot of people. I've been blessed to have 30 years. So just trying to take the time to see what's next. My daughter's youngest is a sophomore there at the U of A. So I married a Fayetteville girl, like I said, and so we'll just see what's best for me and family. But certainly, we'll always be a part of the program one way or another.
If you don't mind me asking, when you were called in by Hunter, Was that the first time, basically, when he came into the office, that you were told that you were part of the 10% cut? There had not been a discussion before where you knew going in, I know what I'm going into Hunters, that I knew what was coming. This was completely out of the blue when that meeting happened?
Well, as I mentioned, we had just gotten back from Omaha. Certainly was pointing forward and not a topic that I expected to come up there or come at that time. But again, always I've really focused on going forward and seeing what's next.
Could that mean leaving the U of A and taking a similar position somewhere else?
Well, again, I've been identified with the University of Arkansas so long. I do a lot of these events and have have a lot of connections around the country, and people have been incredibly blessed to reach out and express their support. So, we will see. Again, I'm not ruling out anything, but certainly the investment I've made there in Northwest Arkansas is one that I value greatly.
I am biased, and I've said it for the last 2 weeks about why I think there's value in having somebody like you. Just like you helped Hunter make the transition to coming here, it's nice to have somebody like you. Can you also make that statement? Maybe defend the value that a person like you has in a tenure like this and your experience to continue. You're not in your 70s, you're not in your 80s, you're still young, and there's value in what you do, and it's important to the university.
Well, I think it's important. When I first arrived, I looked up to the Fred Vescalanis, the Wilson Matthews, the Dean Weber. We lost Dean a few years ago now. And just the longevity. That was kind of the time then. People came. I think of a Coach Norm DeBryan who's done a tremendous job, and long-time people. And I learned from those folks. And obviously Coach Broyles at the very top of that list, John McDonald. I could go on and on. College athletics has changed. Unfortunately, I said I was more like a unicorn having been someplace for so long, and that's the way it is. So I think, that continuity, I think it's important because, we as fans of Arkansas, we are connected to our history, the good and the bad. It's really what helps bond us all together, to the university, to each other. And so I think that shared experience is important. And, just finding a way to keep that connectiveness, however we do that, I think is very important.
I'd made the comment, I thought it would have been really unique for the Arkansas Athletic Department as a whole to go, hey, we're all going to take a 10% cut. And didn't that happen in COVID? Was that something that also happened in COVID or no? And again, Hunter Yurchek did a great job leading us through the pandemic. It was a difficult time. And listen, a director of athletics has a lot of tough decisions. And certainly in this time and day, those are tough decisions. But, so, I think different people have approached it differently. A lot of the focus has been on me because of my longevity, but there were a lot of good folks that lost their opportunity as well. I certainly feel for them as well, and just hoping they can rebound. But again, we'll get through this. The program will get through this. We'll find our way through, But again, I'm going to be on the front row cheering. And spoken as a true public relations expert. Well, listen. So I appreciate you coming on. There was a story. There was a sentiment out there that this was a package deal that you knew going in. Oh no, they're taking care of Kevin. This is all. No, you wanted to remain at the job. That's what you came back ready to do. You have passion for it. You still think you could do a great job there. That was not an option. I just want to make sure and point out that is not a true story that's going around, that you were ready to make this transition, take a salary cut, and go to the Razorback Foundation. And, again, I have nothing personal against Hunter Yurchek. I have nothing personal against him. I just know that I'm going to be here when he's not. And I've been through other athletic directors, and I know that you got tough decisions to make. You're not the one to make. You're not the one to be cut. You're not the guy to run off. When those guys are gone, you're the guy we need here. And I think you're respected nationally. I think you've proven it. You've got more scars and been through more battles than anybody has the last 30 years. You've been a loyal sergeant. You're a foxhole guy that when nobody else is there, Kevin Traynor is going to be back there. So I'm really disappointed that this was the move by the athletic department. I have no idea. This is not the board's place to get involved, but I'm just really disappointed because of how much respect I have for you. Now, listen, maybe if this happened over at Georgia or at Alabama, I wouldn't feel this way, but I do because I have a personal reflection. I've watched you work. I've watched you do this for 30 years, and I can't see how, in the midst of a budget that's 150, 170 million and 270 employees, we couldn't figure out a better way to keep Kevin Trainor. I just wanted to have you on, let me share that with you, and then also give you the chance to share the information you just did. So I appreciate that. You could have said no. But I think a lot of people wanted to know, and I think a lot of people appreciate you. Once this happened, I had more people go, man, let me tell you what Kevin did this one time. Behind the scenes, going the extra mile, never knew, and you were loyal to every athletic department person, every AD, and you will always be. That's the kind of guy you are. So whatever the future is, I'm going to be in your corner. I hope it says in Arkansas, whether it's with the foundation or not, but I hope it stays in Arkansas because you're a Razorback. That's the bottom line, and you always will be.
Well, David, that's extremely kind. You know, you helped build a house for 30 years. You know, I've had people say, how do you feel? I said, I want nothing but the best for the program and for the university. And you know, it's larger than Razorback Athletics. It's the university, it's the state, and that's what's so special about this place, is that it's far beyond the relationships I've made and will continue to have whatever the future holds. But, you know, when I go down there, we're getting ready to do Kirby Smart here in about 10 minutes. Right. But, you know, it'll be Kevin Trainor of the University of Arkansas, and I'm proud of that and look forward to seeing what's next and you know, seeing a lot of great friends along the way.
Well, I hope you appreciate the fact that a lot of people have come out and you've been able to hear that. You normally don't look for attention, but you've got some because of this, and I hope you've appreciated the things that people have said to you in appreciation for what you've done for the last 30 years. So
I've been overwhelmed. It's been unbelievable, and it's just I'm so appreciative of people that I know and people that I haven't known personally. It's been really incredible, and appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, Kevin, we'll let you get back to work.
Great having you, Kevin.
I know that's
appreciate you,
Roger. Back
appreciate
in the back.
you, Roger.
All right, well, I know we're running behind. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back. And you said Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart's leading off, so you're got a perch over there. If I get out of line, you can keep me in line down there.
Sounds good. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute.
You got a custom Continental. You got a Eldorado too.
Hey everybody, Roger Scott, and I've got some important information for you. Central Arkansas, if you are looking for a great way to keep the kids active, engaged, and inspired this summer, Summerwood Sports has got you covered with not one, but two, count them, two, awesome summer camps for grades 3 through 7. We're talking about sports, games, movies, and more, plus a daily devotional to feed the soul, and lunch every single day to keep them fueled up. It's the perfect mix of fun, faith, and friendship, and it's all under one roof. So mark your calendars. Camp sessions run June 9th through the 12th, and again July 14th through the 17th. Spots are going to fill up fast, so do not waste. Get all the details and sign up today at summerwoodsports.com. Here's the dates again. June 9th through June 12th and July 14th through July 17th. Do not hesitate. Sign up now at summerwoodsports.com. Let's make 2025 the summer to remember.
I'm Kyler Sanson. Me being in the construction industry and having 2 young kids at home, health insurance is vital. I got a call saying that my plan was going to be canceled at the end of April. Got on the phone with Farm Bureau and I got in touch with an agent. Took me about 30 minutes, and then about 3 days later, I was approved. So with Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas, I'm saving close to $300 a month. You cannot find this plan anywhere else. Get after it and get it.
Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas. Trusted coverage, personalized plans, affordable premiums. Learn more at arfbhealthplans.com.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the OAKLAWN Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. OAKLAWN Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you tired of holding up a two-wheeled bike at every stoplight? Are you ready for the ultimate thrill on the open road? Introducing the Can-Am Spyder, the 3-wheeled motorcycle that redefines adventure. The Can-Am Spyder is built for those who crave excitement. Its dynamic handling, advanced safety features, and the unmatched power of the Rotax engine will leave you craving more. Live big, no regrets. Your next ride is waiting at Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am, and Sea-Doo of Russellville. On the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
It's Justin Acri for CertaPro Painters, and I highly recommend the folks at CertaPro for your next project, whether it's for your home or your business. Interior or exterior, doesn't matter. They always go the extra mile. They painted the exterior of my home before, and what impressed me the most was the attention to detail. They notice a few boards that need minor repairs before they paint them. They will take care of that as well and save you headaches later on. Schedules fill up fast, so get on the schedule now at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate now at CertaPro.com. It's Justin Acri with Lorbeth from Kaufman by Design West and Lorbeth. I'm so excited about the upcoming months. We've got great holidays upon us, and at Kaufman by Design West, you have everything to get folks outside and celebrating.
We have grilling season coming up, so we've got big green eggs and tons of accessories, and then it's also outdoor season. So we've got lots of in-stock steel products, toolkits, coolers, travel cases.
And for those who want to do some home improvement, we've got power tools galore. You can find it all at Kaufman by Design West, 14900 Cantor Road, out west past Taylor Loop. They're also online at kaufmanlumber.com.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Want to reach the show? Well, give us a call or text at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
It is second and goal, Arkansas at the Georgia 1. McFadden, the tailback. Here's a deep pitch, trying to go outside. Kennedy throws a block. Touchdown, Arkansas! Brandon Kennedy took out the last guy that had a shot at McFadden, and the Hogs have pulled within 23-19.
All right, we're probably going to break right now, aren't we?
We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Tony Barnhart's up next. He's a guy who's been writing on the SEC and college football for probably 30, 40 years. He will be outstanding. He calls himself Mr. SEC or Mr. College Football. We'll visit with him. What do you think on Kevin? I got him to say about all he was going to say, but I think he painted the picture pretty clear on what the situation was. So, Josh, you can have that posted hopefully sooner than later.
Gonna post
that out
it
for those who missed it. So.
Great interview with Kevin. Classy guy, totally was.
He was, yeah.
You did everything you could to get him to Baxter University and Hunter. When he didn't do it, you took over and said, he's not going to be here. And that's it right there. That's what's going to make Thanksgiving dinner with you at the Eurochecks very awkward.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. No, very good, very good. And hopefully Kevin will find something that he wants, and that'll be great.
Awesome, and Kevin's not too old, right, Baz?
No, I think he's mid-50s. Yeah, early mid-50s.
He'll find somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll just it's probably gonna be in Arkansas. We'll just see.
What?
But anyway,
how about future AD?
I don't know.
That would
All
be
right.
awesome.
9 o'clock. Don't go away.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days on select Hyundai models. Only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end July 31st. Call 469-405-7740 for details. Hurry in.
It's high-flying and hard-hitting action in Hot Springs Saturday night at OAKLAWN's Arena League Field at Bank OZK Arena. Arena football featuring your Hot Springs Wise Guys battling the Kansas City Goats. It's all indoors at OAKLAWN's Arena League Field at Bank OZK Arena Saturday night at 8. Tickets available online only at HotSpringsWiseGuys.com. That's HotSpringsWiseGuys.com. Don't miss the action Saturday at 8 as your Hot Springs Wise Guys take on the Kansas City Goats. boats. Catch the buzz on all of our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
A lot of talk.
Why do you have to talk like that?
And a lot more attitude.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
1037 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock.
A snow cone stand is back open nearly a month after its owners were murdered in Saline County. 34-year-old Jared Mitchell is accused of killing his sister Kayla and their parents Monica and Michael Jennings. The family was found dead in their home on June 22nd. Mitchell is now facing 3 counts of first-degree murder. He'll be in court next month. Monica and Michael Jennings ran a snow cone stand for years. It was a family business handed down from Monica's parents. It's been a staple in the Shannon Hills community. The couple was well known in that neighborhood. Yesterday, their daughter Jenna reopened the stand for the first time since their deaths, bringing new memories to a community left grieving. In other news, Gagewood due for honors in his hometown after putting that town in the spotlight on the biggest stages in baseball. It's been a wild few weeks for the Batesville native. Following his historic performance against Murray State, he was drafted 26th overall to the Philadelphia Phillies Sunday. Batesville Mayor Rick Ellenbaugh says his city is already planning to honor Wood for his accomplishments. He says Wood's career will have a positive impact not just for the city now, but for generations to come. I'm Sincere Tonsel with KRK4 Today for the Buzz Radio
Insure
Network.
your auto, home, life, and everything in between with Shelter Insurance. Find a local agent by calling 1-800-SHELTER or at shelterinsurance.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
This is Trey Reed from the Wild Side, inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me every Tuesday night at 7 here on The Buzz.
Brought to you by Trader Bill's Outdoors, West Rock Landing, Edwards Food Giant, Battery Outfitters, All About Tire and Brake, and Tammy Chase Insurance.
It's The Wild Side on 1037 The Buzz.
Hey folks, it's David Bazzel out here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. I've known Frank Fletcher for a long time, and he asked me to tell you a little bit about the Fletcher Auto Company. They've been here in Sherwood since 1989. That's 36 years. During that time, they supported our community and our state. Frank is very proud of his Dodge store there in Sherwood. They have a great service department run by Dwayne Bell. And you all know how great the sales team is. The general manager, Chris Zender, also known as Zippy, along with Frank's grandson, Sam, are here to welcome you and give you the best buying experience possible. The Dodge store in Sherwood is one of 9 stores in the Fletcher Auto Company. And the Fletcher Auto Company represents 10 automotive brands. They built their business on treating people like family and doing their best to give you the best deal possible. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and give them a chance to earn your business. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and give them a chance to earn your business. Or online at FletcherDeals.com. Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood.
Serious injuries happen every day. If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8. Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton. 888-8888. Anywhere in the state, dial 8. We've got you covered, Arkansas. Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
HR services should be simple, reliable, and stress-free. As payroll companies merge, the attention to your business can feel less personal and more complicated. At the Payroll Company, we are proudly independent, offering an employee hotline and dedicated payroll specialists who know your business. Get HR services done right, reliable and accessible every time. Because you deserve a payroll partner who puts you first. No mergers, just white glove service you can rely on to help you hire, manage, grow. The Payroll Company. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
What we love about our ability to help patients at QC Kinetics is seeing their pure delight at finally being able to do the things they enjoy without pain.
I had a patient start treatment with me. He wanted to be able to be active again and do some of his sports that he really enjoyed.
Dr. Ashley Caravelli, a medical director for QC Kinetics, treats patients with chronic joint pain using their body's own biologics. The goal? Get them back to living their best lives without surgery or harmful drugs.
He came back and he goes, what I wasn't expecting was the ability to play on the floor with my grandchildren. Even just saying it now, I have goosebumps because it's changing those small moments that you take for granted.
Don't let joint pain rob you of those moments. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
It just warms my heart to be able to help people live the life they want to live and get those small moments back.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Go to The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot, Arkansas's trusted source for quality flooring, including SPC vinyl waterproof flooring starting at $139 a square foot, tiles starting at 59 cents a square foot, next-gen waterproof hardwood, and many other building materials at unbeatable prices. Contractor, home builder, or DIYer, we've got what you need, in stock and ready to go. Go see the Flooring King, The Warehouse at Natural State Wholesale, building better naturally.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the OAKLAWN Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
OAKLAWN, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Beechwood Hospitality, and Bet Saracen.
All right, it is 9:06 Central Time, 10:06 here Eastern. Looks like Kirby Smart. Did he just? No, he's coming up there now. It is a full room. We saw the shot yesterday of the room on the football field here at the College Football Hall of Fame. I'll guarantee you it will be jam-packed today for sure for Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. It is this is a powerful day in terms of legacy programs. Roger Scott,
yes,
back on
sir.
the board in our OAKLAWN studios,
Yep.
and Josh Neighbors producing.
Yep.
And Josh, let us know when you post that on Kevin. For those who missed it, we got a chance to visit with Kevin Traynor, and I think we were rushed to say, but I think Kevin Traynor parsed his words there to where he didn't want to burn any bridges. But the thing I wanted to do, just to be clear, that there was not some package deal for him that he willingly wanted to leave his current position. It was not, and so he had no other choice. And I hate that, but I wanted to make that clear just because I think his value to the university is so important, and I don't know what's going to happen now. But
loyalty, Baz, and the loyalty. I mean, that's huge.
No question, Roger. That's
because, again, I've said it once, I've said it twice, that even with your relationship, and as much as you just stood up for somebody, but that's what you do, being the good guy that you are, but as much as you stood up for him and did all that, he always, and you even touched on it, followed the rules and did not try to skirt anything to get us in any special place to do our show when we were up there. Because of that relationship, he still listened to the hierarchy, whatever it was.
Yeah, a great guy. So if you missed the interview, we'll have it posted here shortly. Yeah. Great to have Tony Barnhart with us. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
Good morning, David. It's good to be with you again.
Tony is Mr. College Football. He's been here in Atlanta for how many years now?
Came here in 1984.
Wow, my goodness.
Yep.
That was the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, right?
Right. I was with them for 25 years.
Yeah, and you did also, for those that don't know, you've done a ton of TV. You had your own show. You've done ESPN. You've done about everything when it comes to media. Would you agree?
I would agree, and this will be my 50th year.
How about that?
Doing this.
You're even writing a book about your work.
Well, this is going to be my last year of doing the conference on a daily basis, and I'm going to make as many trips as I possibly can to go back to campus. I'm hoping to get to Arkansas. There's a couple of places I haven't been to Arkansas as much as I have other in the conference. And
yes.
So I hope to get there this summer, and if I do get there, lunch is on me.
We brought you to the Touchdown Club. Roger, we brought him in probably the first 5 or 6 years. I don't have the date in front of me, but you were excellent. You've been a past president of the Football Writers Association. You're talking about Kevin Traynor. you've got that kind of respect in media circles for your career and what you've accomplished.
Well, I appreciate that. It's been a wonderful 50 years, and I'm excited about it. My wife is calling it the farewell tour. I said, sweetheart, I'm not dying.
Well,
okay,
that's right. That's right.
I'm just walking away from the grind.
And I know you know our good friend Wally Hall. I know you and him.
He's the best.
Yes. And so before we get to talk about the SEC, let's talk about the Bobby Dodd Award. Now, Roger, what is the connection? I know you should know this.
Yeah.
With Bobby Dodd and Coach Broyles.
He coached Broyles.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And it is great that the Broyles
Can I
Award
get a free lunch out of that?
You do. You get
Thank
Moe's.
you, Moe's. Woo!
The Bobby Dodd Award, Coaches Award, is celebrating 50 years, correct?
That is correct.
And the Broyles Award this year is celebrating 30.
There you go.
So how about that? So you want to give us a little, for those in Arkansas, a little history about Coach Dodd?
Sure. I mean, Bobby Dodd was an icon. If you grew up in the South, 25 years as the head coach at Georgia Tech, one of the most innovative minds.
Very innovative, right?
Very innovative. And he and Bear Bryant were best friends for the longest time, and then they weren't. And we could do an hour show on that. But David, the Dodd Award is different than other Coach of the Year awards in this respect. It's not only wins and losses, and those are important, but it's also community service. What do your players do? How involved are they in the community? What do they do academically? And it's all those things, and we have research and all that put together. Well, I'll give you an example. Last year's winner, there were a lot of great candidates for National Coach of the Year.
Right.
And Marcus Freeman
ended
up being our choice, not only because of what they did on the field, but because of what his players have done academically, what they've done from a community service standpoint, and his involvement. The other thing that makes it different is we go to the campus of the winner and present the award in nice facility. And we had a wonderful visit at Notre Dame. So it's different, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Marcus Freeman was a Broyles Award finalist before he became the head coach, obviously, at Notre Dame. And I'm looking at your list. To go back to 1976, the first winner was Vince Dooley with University of Georgia. Bo Schembechler was next. Tom Osborne, Lavelle Edwards, Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno, Ken Hatfield at the U.S. Air Force Academy. Of course, we saw him at Arkansas later. List goes on and on. Fred Goldsmith, Mo, defensive coordinator at Duke University. Barry Alvarez, Eddie Robinson. There's Ralph Friedgen, who won our award. Joe Paterno again, Lloyd Carr, Mac Brown. Dabo Sweeney, Bill Snyder, David Cutcliffe, Nick Saban. Pretty much every coach, I think, that we can still respected coach has won this over the last 50 years.
Well, and it's a great list, and what the Bobby Dodd Foundation does, they have a golf tournament every year, and all the winners are invited to come back.
Very nice.
And great turnout for that. So it's really neat.
You know, talking about Coach Dodd and Frank Broyles, Coach Broyles was a great quarterback.
Oh yeah,
at Georgia Tech. I mean, he was an Orange Bowl MVP. Roger, who was the Orange Bowl MVP that ended up breaking the records of Coach Broyles in the Orange Bowl?
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure this is correct.
Is that right? A quarterback,
yes.
Orange Bowl quarterback. Would that have been Ron Calcagni?
No,
Damn
I believe, and I may be wrong now.
Sorry,
I was thinking it was Tom Brady.
So you don't know
Michigan.
if it was.
I'm thinking in my head maybe I think it was a Michigan quarterback. I thought it was Tom. Coach Broyles had
not
records.
Elvis. What? No,
Tony had him forever. People forget he was. I think he was the SEC Player of the Year because back then I think Georgia Tech was in the SEC. Or am I getting that wrong?
Georgia Tech was in the SEC until 1963.
Yeah, so Coach Broyles played in the 50s as an SEC member.
Right.
Yeah, and so anyway, I love the fact that you talk about Coach Dodd's innovation because Coach Broyles was considered an innovator, and that's why he had such great assistant coaches because he would teach and have them move on.
Right.
And it just created that lineage and legacy.
No, just an incredible legacy. And I just remember talking to Coach Broyles about Bobby Dodd and his incredible respect for Bobby Dodd. Bobby Dodd, one of only 4 men in history who were in the Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach.
Very nice.
Bowden Wyatt was one of those.
Another Arkansas connection there.
Right.
When is the event going to be held and where?
Well,
I know you go to the campus. Do you have anything here in Atlanta when you do it or no?
No.
Peach Bowl, none of that. I was thinking maybe you guys used to do that. That's,
right.
Who was your main sponsor? Who were the people that support?
Chick-fil-A came on board about 7 or 8 years ago, not only to lend their financial support, but we use a lot of their staff to organize the thing. Year after year. So Gary Stoken, we have a dinner every year. Gary Stoken of the Peach Bowl gets us the Hall of Fame.
Well, the Peach Bowl folks are so really aggressive and supportive. And I heard somebody yesterday, I guess it was Greg Sankey said, I guess that was who said it. He said Atlanta. I mean, they may have said somebody else who said it. Said Atlanta wants to be known as the town for college football.
College football capital of the
yeah,
world.
and it really,
That's exactly right.
and it certainly has been that. Now, where did you go to college?
I went to the University of Georgia and graduated in 1976.
Okay, so you were there. Who were the coaches? So that was Dooley at the time, correct?
Coach Dooley, and Georgia played Arkansas in the Cotton Bowl at the 1975 season.
I know.
I was a young whippersnapper.
Finally beat you guys.
I was a young whippersnapper writing for the Red and Black, the student newspaper.
How about that?
And I went down to practice with the team and went out there, and the players were in the locker room, and Arkansas was wrapping up their practice on the Cotton Bowl field. I walked out on the field, and Coach Broyles looked and saw me. He took a beeline right to me. He said, "Son, who are you?" I said, "Coach Broyles, I'm Tony Barnhart with the Red and Black at the University of Georgia." He said, "Where's Vince?" And he said, "Well, you're going to have to leave now, son."
Oh, boy.
I said, "Yes, Coach Broyles."
Wow. Listen, that was the last year that was the last game that Coach Broyles coached in, right? I think 76.
Didn't he?
Yeah, Lou Holtz came in 77, I think, right? Yeah.
No, I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think
How about that?
That wasn't that the last year for him and Darryl Royal?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think they both retired the same year. And we were just talking today how Arkansas has just really struggled to beat Georgia. I think only 3 times. I think we said not very much. You know, of course, we did win. What it was, the Cotton Bowl and the what was the other one, Raj? It was. Let me get this. I just want to make sure and get that right because I was lamenting the fact we just don't do well against Georgia. Here it is. So we won in '69 in New Orleans Sugar Bowl.
Oh, I remember that.
And then 16-2.
Yep.
And then we obviously the Cotton Bowl 31-10. And then we've only won twice since then.
Right.
And so it's been. And Kirby Smart's obviously done a great job. Mark Richt had done a good job, but just couldn't quite get him to that national championship level. And Kirby's gotten him back there.
Yeah, and then now much more of a consistent team. And they recruit very, very well. And we'll see. You know, they had an awful year last year. They only won 11 games. They only won the Southeastern Conference Championship.
Right.
They only beat Texas not once but twice. Okay, and they made the college football playoff. Other than that, it was just an awful year for Georgia. So,
about that.
What do you, as a guy who's covered, been in the heart of the SEC, man, things have changed. You got Texas, Oklahoma. You got 16 teams. Of course, you know, the SEC has changed since, 1939 or whatever. But what do you think about the league now? It's a different field than ever. I guess money is the big talker here.
Well, sure. But, David, I love what the conference is now with Texas and Oklahoma on board. I think having those incredible franchises being
sure.
I think it's really been great. And you know, now I'm looking forward to the future. We're going to go to 16 teams in the college football playoff. It's going to happen. Right. Now, the question is, how is that going to work out? Can the SEC now dream to get 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in? I think that's going to be when they finally get the Big Ten to see the light, which is what they're working on right now. I think it's going to be really neat.
Yeah, you have seen so many great coaches and so many great programs in years. You were back in the Bear Bryant days. You saw Bear. You've seen the Saban era. You've seen a lot of great coaches. The Steve Spurrier. Looking back, who were the guys that you go, man, that was so much fun covering the league and covering teams back then?
Well, Vince Dooley and I were very close.
Sure, Coach was so good.
I got to know Coach Dooley when I was a student in Georgia, and it's funny when your heroes become your friends, and we were very, very close. I enjoyed every year that Steve Spurrier was in this league, because I knew I could pick up the phone at any time and just call him. And I called him one day right before National Signing Day when he was at South Carolina. He said, "Now, Tony, we're going to do something this year we've never done before. I've never done before." I said, "What is it?" They said, "We're at South Carolina. We're going to sign some players from the state of Alabama." I never could sign a player from the state of Alabama when I was a head coach at Florida. He said, of course, now, later on, we found out them scholarships that Alabama was giving was worth a lot more than our scholarships. Right. I said, "Hey, Coach, that's pretty good. Can I write that?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead and write it." Never heard a word.
Do you see – where do you see all this with the money and transfer portal? It can't be sustained at what we're doing now. What do you think happens over the next few years?
Nick Saban told me, he said, it's never going back the way it used to be. So everybody needs to understand that. Right. But what we're doing now is not sustainable.
Right.
He said there is a sweet spot in there, and the adults in the room got to figure out what it is.
Right.
And I think we're going to get there, but we still have the big bugaboo, the big problem to me is still going to be do you get any relief from antitrust law?
Right.
Okay. Unless you get an antitrust exemption, like the players' union has in the NFL,
right.
You're gonna every time somebody agrees with what this college sports commission,
right.
Every time they put down a ruling, you're going to see a lawsuit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we've got to get to
got to go through that.
I don't think there's any other way except to collectively bargain what the salary cap's going to be.
Yeah, I think you have to. It's just you have to. I mean, that's the only way it's going to work. Is we're going to keep spinning wheels until we get to that point. I did got one personal story. I love you. You know, a couple things. Coach Broyles and Keith Jackson. Keith Jackson and Coach Broyles, I think, were born probably, I think, 20 minutes from each other, and I didn't know that. What a great combo they were back in the day calling games. I don't know.
Keith, where's the safety man?
Wow.
Yeah, listen,
wow, that was
draw.
fantastic.
Now, where were you born?
I was born in Union Point, Georgia.
Okay.
Population 1,500.
All right.
About 30 minutes from Athens. And,
wow.
And if you go back to Union Point, which I did not too long ago, the population is still 1,500.
How about that? Wow. One of my
Keith,
regrets.
where's the safety? That's unbelievable.
Roger, you may have heard me say this. One of my regrets when I was getting recruited, I ended up signing with Lou Holtz at Arkansas. I'd made up my mind that's where I wanted to go, and so I didn't take all the visits that have been offered. I did take a few. Bill Curry was at Georgia Tech.
Right.
I was here the year they tied Notre Dame here in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And then I regret not taking a visit to Georgia. Georgia ran the exact same defense I did in high school. It was a split 4-4. And I'd made up my mind. And so, because they had Herschel at the time,
right.
I'd have been able to see. And who was I just went bland. I had the defense coordinator with the bald head.
Eric Russell.
Eric Russell. I'd have had a chance to be around, which was one of the great characters of
Greatest
all time.
Motivator I ever met.
Would bang his head till he bled, right? Bald head against the lockers.
Absolutely. And his wife, Jean, did not like that at all. She just said, quit doing that.
And then you had the great Larry Munson, who was just his we and an I, and it was his team. It was not the team.
We're looking out. The clock refuses to move.
Who would you say of all the people, you've covered the history of the SEC, are there a couple people that you think were the most important, whether it be a commissioner, whether it be a player, whether it be a coach that you just tend to just really identifies the SEC?
Roy Kramer changed the SEC forever when he found a little-known codicil in the bylaws that said if you have 12 teams in your league, you can split them up into divisions and have a championship game. Nobody else had even thought about it or had the guts to do it, but he did.
Yeah.
And he made it happen, and he had the joy of being able to tell Gene Stallings of what he had done and that we were going to have a conference championship game.
Then he prayed that the Alabama could win that game, and they almost didn't, but they did.
What was interesting is I was in Destin when Kramer met with the coaches. Commissioner Kramer met with the coaches and told them what he was going to do. Gene Stallings walked out of that meeting and made a beeline right at me, and he said, Tony, the SEC will never win another national championship.
Oh, that's what he said. Wow.
That's what he said. And, by the way, the SEC did win a national championship, and it was Alabama.
That's right. They ultimately ended up winning. That's right. And then one last thing, visiting with Tony Barnhart, if you just joined, Mr. College Football, if you just joined us. You can look back at Coach Broyles' vision. He saw the Southwest Conference going out in flames. He knew that you better start aligning with conferences. He saw the Super Conference coming. He actually said that, I think, back in the early 90s, late 80s, it was coming. And he was right.
Yep.
And so talk about his vision and what he saw, and thank goodness for Arkansas he made that move.
Well, Frank Broyles, we throw the word visionary around pretty loosely, but guys like Roy Kramer and Coach Broyles were great visionaries. I will never forget, after Arkansas joined the league, I forget what year it was, but I paid a visit. Alabama was playing in Fayetteville. I was doing some ESPN stuff, and then it was a situation where I got there and I saw these incredible facilities when I drove in. And so I got to the game and I talked to one of Arkansas' staffers. I said, man, where did you generate the money to build all these facilities? He gave me like a $200 million. He said, yeah, our alumni really stepped up and said, in the last, about $50 million, Coach Broyles made like 4 phone calls and we were done, okay?
Yeah.
So, he's special.
He was doing coaches shows back then in the late 60s, and he was one of the first coaches. He had Jack Stevens and the Stevens family supporting. That was before Walmart came along. He saw a vision of what Fayetteville could be. and what the program could be, and he built it. You always say, Tony, I sort of get on my soapbox sometimes when I look at the administration and players that are up in Fayetteville now and other schools. You got to remember, you're here, you're making big money because other people help build that to what it is.
Right.
And now listen, you're worthy to watch and cheer on and all these things, but we're all standing. I stood on the shoulders of Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones and all those great players and Dan Hampton. I wouldn't have had the chance to play for a great program if not for them. And so that's something that I'll never forget. I'm always appreciative of that. So how can folks follow you, Tony?
Well, Mr. CFB is my Twitter handle. This being my last year, I'm not affiliated with any kind of because I'm basically on a fact-finding tour for the next 7 months.
Interesting. You're going to every state.
Well, I hope to get to. I've got memories of every venue, so I'm hoping to get to as many sites that I can. I've been to Fayetteville 5 or 6 times, but I hope to get there. But it's really a fact-finding tour, a memory-finding tour is what it is. And then when it's over, season's over, I'll be retired, but I'm doing a book on that final year with UGA Press, and so I'll hunker down on that, and we hope to get the book out fall, maybe October of 2026.
You got a title?
We do.
What is? Can you share it?
It's called Mr. College Football: 50 Years of SEC Memories.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't think you can say it any better than that.
No,
Tony Barnhart, thanks so much, man. First class act, and always have been.
Always good to be with you, David.
Yeah, thanks.
You bet.
All right, that's Tony Barnhart. Looking forward to seeing that book when it comes out. Roger, his Georgia accent was outstanding.
Oh my God, he sounded just like Coach Sproles when he did it.
Did.
I was going to ask you, with all the years that he had been there, just wanted to know if he thought. He had a few running backs at his school over the years. Just want to know if he ever thought Darren McFadden did get robbed.
I bet you would.
Because he was one of the running backs.
Yeah,
when you just look up the list of Herschel Walker, we know Terrell Davis, we know Garrison Hurst, Rodney Hampton.
Look at you.
I'm just throwing it out there because they had running backs, and I got to thinking about you. I mean, you only had you had some big running backs that you had to go up against at Texas, but in the SEC, there was almost one on every team that somebody they had to go up against. Incredible.
We will come back here. It is 9:30. Kirby's still talking. Look at everybody's got their hands raised, wanting to ask a question. It's nice to be the coach for a program. Let's hear.
Youthful exuberance. There is a.
Yeah, that's Ryan Kirby. It must be nice to be at a school where you've got the most recruits per capita NFL players in the country right here in Georgia.
You were doing such a great job with doing your interview and all that. It's incumbent upon Josh and I. We'd had a meeting before, as we always do before the show, to talk about limiting our interaction with you unless you speak to us with minimum interruptions.
Well, listen, if you got a question, just
interrupt me. No, we wanted. Josh and I both said that same thing, so we backed off. But I was wondering that one thing about the recruiting and the unlimited supply of players that they have in their own state. Do they miss it? Are more portals coming in than going out?
They retain a lot.
Good. There's no
they retain
doubt.
A ton.
There's no doubt the success there. But the people that retain you're not losing anybody. Money's going to be there, I guess. Yeah. But because there's an article that came out and it was almost dovetailing. It may have been ghostwritten by Chuck Barrett. Where the Razorbacks just don't have a lot of in-state players to go.
I ran these numbers last year in the 12 playoff teams. Out of how many of their players, their starters, were transfers? How many would you guess Georgia starters?
How many of Georgia's on
offense? Out of their 22 starters.
Out of their 22 starters, how many were transfers?
Were transfers
from the year before.
From the year, yep. So last year's playoff
I'm going to say, I'll say 10.
2.
It starts with the same letter, though.
Retention.
So I got that.
Retention.
I got 10 and so. 10 and so.
I believe Saban said, I forgot when he said this, but maybe when Rick was fired, he said all Georgia needs is the right guy, and they're gonna. And it's not like Mark Richt was bad. Mark Richt was really, really good, but Kirby comes in and. It goes from 10.
Well, you don't want to screw that. You don't want to screw that up, and that's what we had hoped to do.
Yeah.
When we retained a Smile guy. You know,
Smile
he's
guy.
right. You know, smile. You don't want to screw it up. You know, Barry Switzer almost screwed up the Cowboys. You know, he did get the Super Bowl the second year he was there, but he almost. You don't want to screw up stuff like that. But yeah, now we just have to win.
Hey, when we come back, we got to visit with Chuck Gatlin and play a little Family Feud, right?
Speaking of Chuck Gatlin, I'm playing some of his distant cousins, the Gatlin brothers, right now. He's in studio with us right now.
All right, don't go away.
All the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Bay.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Morning Mayhem by Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer.
This is Sports Center.
It's day number 2 of SEC Media Days, live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. On day number 1, we saw LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt hit the podium. Today, the big guns come out. It's Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, and Auburn hitting the podium. You can catch coverage all day here on 103.7 The Buzz with David Bazzel, Randy Rainwater, and Trey Schapp. Want to thank all of our sponsors, First Security Bank, Bet Saracen, Kaufman Lumber, UAMS Ortho, and Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels for sponsoring 2025 SEC Media Days coverage. Also last night, Cal Raleigh, the home run leader in Major League Baseball, wins the Home Run Derby. He's the second Mariner to ever do it. Another one, Ken Griffey Jr. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We've got some scattered showers and storms possible in western and northwest Arkansas this morning, with the rest of us seeing a slim chance for rain coming up later on this afternoon with a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hey, it's Kramer for Drive Time Sports, and tomorrow, Randy Rainwater live, day number 2, SEC Media Days, and he and Rick Schaefer are bringing in Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, going around the horn with Kevin Bohannon and Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. We'll see you tomorrow on 103.7 The Buzz.
Fellas, fight back against low energy with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. TRT has never been easier with the new Synergenics Health app. Take the test, get the results, and control your treatment all from your phone. Book now while the test is still free, y'all. Visit FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com.
It's high-flying and hard-hitting action in Hot Springs Saturday night at OAKLAWN's Arena League Field at Bank OZK Arena. Arena football featuring your Hot Springs Wise Guys battling the Kansas City Goats. It's all indoors at OAKLAWN's Arena League Field at Bank OZK Arena Saturday night at 8. Tickets available online only at HotSpringsWiseGuys.com. That's HotSpringsWiseGuys.com. Don't miss the action Saturday at 8 as your Hot Springs Wise Guys take on the Kansas City Goats.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive your choice of a free 3,500 PSI pressure washer or inverter 2,200 watt generator. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry, supplies are limited and offer ends July 31st. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pond Street in Cabot, and find them on Facebook.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is meatloaf for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted red skin potatoes and peppers for $4.99 per pound.
Shop your favorite summer clothing brands at Fort Thompson. From Sitka, Patagonia, Local Boy, Marshwear, Drake, and many more. Fort Thompson's in Sherwood is looking forward to seeing you and taking care of all your needs. Shop local. Shop Fort Thompson.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, it's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Can't listen to the radio? Don't worry. You can catch Morning Mayhem live every day. Just download the 1037 The Buzz app. First Security Bank presents coverage of the 2025 SEC Media Days. Brought to you in part by Kaufman by Design West, UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Beechwood Hospitality, and Bet Saracen.
Lucas and Smith, who made that great catch, split wide to the left. Cobb's your tailback. Poitras steps off the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8 Arkansas at the Tennessee 23-yard line. Poitras in motion. Sterner, play action. Looking, pumps, throws down the middle. Touchdown! Arkansas! Oh my! Lucas goes up, makes the catch, and the Hogs take the lead in this ball game, 27-24. 23 yards. And the Razorbacks have the lead.
All right. Hey, do want to thank everybody who listened to the Kevin Trainer interview for the positive words. I thought if you missed it, I think it was Josh, you haven't been around Kevin very much, but I think you heard a guy right there, first class. You know, he could have got he could have got down and dirty, and he didn't. I thought what he said was great.
But Kevin Trainer?
Yeah.
Man,
So,
that was, and look, I really appreciate the way you pressed him, because I know you like Kevin a lot, and you pressed him and you gave him the opportunities to say everything he needed to say.
Yep.
But man, like, that guy's been around way too long to not fall for your tricks. But he's been around too long, and the university, I think, in his mind, as a whole, has still been so good to him.
And
it's given him so much that he's not going to say anything like that.
That's right.
Even and Baz, that's what made what you said last week and what Joe said last week and what
That's
Roger's
right.
been saying, what Randy's saying.
That's
so
exactly
important
right, Josh.
because he's not going to do that. So it's important that people like you take up for him. And so I just want to say once again, stuff like that, interviews like that, and stuff that you all said last week makes me very proud to be y'all's producer. So I really enjoy hearing the other day conversation.
Listen to that, huh?
No, it does. It does, man. We joke and we BS, and y'all joke about me trying to find a new job and whatnot. But man, like, I love it when y'all do stuff like that. It's fantastic. You guys do a great job. Of stuff.
Thanks, Josh.
take up for each other.
And I knew. Listen, I knew he would. There was a line that he would draw, but him drawing the line shows you the kind of class act he is. And the other thing is that the goal was to be clear. This was not something that they arranged, that he was ready to go. He was not. This was not pre-done. He wasn't ready to go the foundation for cutting this out. This was not in his control. He didn't want to do it, and he said it in a perfect way. So
and the other part of that, boys, is the fact, Baz, is something that you've been echoing, and again, which will make the Hunter Yurachek, I don't care who your wells are, having the Hunter Yurachek guy at the Touchdown Club is going to be huge for me just to watch. I'm going to be, think of that GIF, eating popcorn. That's what I'm going to do, watching him up on stage with you. I'm going to be eating popcorn. Is that not only will you still be here when Hunter is gone, so will Kevin.
Yeah, and also to add to what Roger said, and I've said this on the air.
It's the same thing.
I said this to you. Well, I've said this
the
to you,
same person.
But to Baz, like, I have not been thrilled with the way Hunter has answered some questions at Touchdown Club. I think some of his answers sometimes have been very perplexing, especially the one about the 10,000 families giving $100 a month thing. Thought that was out of touch, out of tune.
Yeah.
But now he's really got, like, that's a comment he made that was out of pocket.
Yeah.
He's got some quite literal accounting to account for.
If he'll do it, or if he'll just come in and give numbers. Listen, Butch Davis, isn't that who's at ASU?
Yes.
When he came,
Butch
Jones, excuse me.
Jones.
When he came down a couple of years ago, he was just giving out numbers, yada yada yada. Last year it was a little bit more open. It had a little bit more fun to do that. But yeah, Mr. Yurachek is.
He's got some questions to answer.
He's got some explaining to do and pertaining.
How's our man Chucky there? Let's rock and roll with Chuck
Rock
Gatlin.
and roll this.
If Justin Moore is the Michael Jordan of Family Feud, then this man is the Scottie Pippen. He's the most famous Arkansas State alum that works at the Buzz. He's the best promotions director in the greater Little Rock area. Brought to you by Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am, and Sea-Doo. Joining Morning Mayhem, it's Chuck Gatlin.
Oh, all right, Chuck, you're an outdoorsman. Tell me everything you know about your sponsor.
Hey, big thanks to Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am, and Sea-Doo over in Russellville. Go over there. Hey, check out the Sea-Doo Switch Pontoon. It's super cool. And let's check this. Can-Am has electric motorcycles.
Before the season is over, and Baz and I have one more thing to do. Is there a possibility of us getting one of these pieces of large equipment on the water and spending a day out and grabbing some vitamin D? Baz, are you open to that if they'll do it?
Yes. I'm sure a phone call could be made.
Well, then make that phone call.
Okay. We'll talk to Joe Cates.
We ain't gonna talk to Joe.
We got to talk to Joe.
I think you got that account.
We'll talk to Joe.
Well, Joe didn't have an opening like that. What a wuss. Go on.
Anyway, Can-Am Pulse and the Can-Am Origin electric motorcycles were cool. I was just looking at them online. So go talk to Glenn, Montana, Missy, the crew over at Hubbard Power Sports.
Nobody ever gets the other
find them online at hubbardpowersports.com.
What's your other daughter's name? Nobody mentions the other. You know, they got more than one kid, but nobody says that.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Well, it is. All right, very good.
Rock City Margarita Festival is this Saturday over at the State House Convention Center.
Did you mention that I've got Mainline this week?
Not yet, Roger. You got to let me get to that point.
Get to it.
Okay. Jeez. Tickets are still on sale. Stubbs.net or go to 1037thebuzz.com and follow the link to get those tickets. That is presented by OAKLAWN, along with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Countdown to kickoff is the 24th.
Oh, I got to do a video.
Thank you to Fletcher Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. Tickets on sale at littlerockhall.com. Again, or you can just go to 1037thebuzz.com. We're going to have Bobby Petrino, Taylon Green, Casey Dick will be there. Corky's Ribs and Barbecue is going to be feeding everybody. Thank you also to OAKLAWN Sports, the Gangster Museum of America / Hattery of Hot Springs, First Trust Home Loans, AY Magazine, Connect Service Solutions, Tito's Handmade Vodka, Ortho Arkansas, Southern Bank. There you go. And Wingstop is August 16th.
Oh, outstanding. Me and Mike Kennedy will be there. That'll be so much fun. I
so
love
much
that.
fun.
It will be. It will be a lot of fun. Now, did you say hear him before you buy it? Before you buy those tickets to see Taylon Green at the Hall, you will hear him on the show Thursday. Yes, Baz?
Yeah, Thursday at 7:30. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, that's
looking
awesome.
forward to that. Yep.
For sure.
I got some live broadcasts this week. The Zone's going to be out tomorrow at Bath Makeover of Arkansas. Personal appearance with Roger Scott doing the trivia at Mainline Sports Bar Thursday.
Thank you.
And then Friday, Drive Time Sports is going to be at Sonic and Cersei on BB Cast.
And trivia tonight at Boudreaux's.
Yeah.
And I've got a new place that I'll mention down the line that I will be doing next Wednesday night. How about that?
Another trivia.
Wow. We probably Double R is jump back on. We don't have time probably to do Family Feud. Do we? We have to do
why don't we do it right now? If you're
I think
ready.
we do.
Ready to do
You
it?
have enough time? Okay. So Randy, you want to play a little Family Feud with us?
It's time for everyone's
only
favorite
guy?
game, Family Feud. Sponsored by Southern Bank. Visit bankwithsouthern.com for more information about your lending needs. Now, let's play the feud.
All right, let's do it right now. The only person on the phone, regrettably or not, is Crazy Dave. Crazy Dave, how are you?
Regrettably? Really? Come on, man.
Don't cause any trouble, Dave, or we'll go through a tunnel and lose you. I promise you. We will do that. All right, here's the deal. Listen, Crazy Dave, you're on a team with Chuck Gatlin. It's just you two going up against and maybe Randy can help you out. So altogether, that'll be three of you against Josh and Baz.
Hey,
your name,
You think Randy could do an impression of Justin Moore?
No.
Okay.
Well, he tried to sing like him. All right, here's the deal. Your name is your buzzer. Let me let you hear how Justin Moore gave his buzzer one time many years ago.
Justin!
Crazy Dave, let me hear your buzzer. Okay.
I mean,
okay. All right, very good. Very
is
good.
what it is.
That's you know why I said regrettably. Here we go. Be the first one to buzz in with your answer to this. I asked 5 people 2 weeks ago at Mainline Sports Bar as I was leaving to give me their top 5 answers. 100 people, give their top 5 answers to this question. Name something associated with vampires. Dave.
Wooden steak.
Wooden steak is. Give me that bell over there.
Give it. Where is
Get
it?
that right there.
There you go.
Number 5 on the list. Number 5. 4 answers are greater than that, Josh and Baz. Give me one of those. You'll
Josh.
control the board. Miss it, and we will have the segment with Dave and Chuck.
I would say there's 3 things: coffin, fangs, or blood. Blood may be number 1. What do you think?
Well, I was
Blood-
editing some John Daly audio, so I don't even know what the question is.
Okay.
Name something associated with vampires.
Fangs.
Number 1 on the board. It's fangs. Number 1. You control the board, ladies.
We'll pass.
Baz,
Okay, we're gonna pass
was
for
fast.
Dave, Crazy Dave, Chuck, and Randy Rainwater can all contribute together.
All right, guys, here's the deal. 44 people said fangs. 5 people said steak. In the middle, 25, 10, and 7 respectively, said the number 2, 3, and 4 answers. Get those. You're the leader of this team, Dave. What you say goes. Randy, what do you say? Name something associated with vampires.
We said fangs and blood. What else is there left?
Well, we didn't say blood. It hasn't been announced on here.
Oh.
What?
Did he say bats?
He said bats.
Bats.
You're the leader of this. Is that Chuck? Who is that? That said
That's
that?
Dave. I think.
Dave, did you say bats?
I do.
Not on the board. That is 1 strike, 2 strikes against you. Name something that you associate with a vampire.
How about garlic?
Chuck, you drop.
How about garlic?
Garlic, number 3 on the board. 3 on the board. 2 answers remain. 2 strikes remain between you and Dave not being able to call back for 30 days unless it's a month of August. Name something associated with vampires. We've said garlic. We've said steak.
What do you say?
Across, number 4 on the board. 1 answer remains.
Come on, Randy. Help out there, man.
Why not blood?
That's
Blood?
a great answer.
Boys?
Why not blood?
Dave, you like it?
It's not on the board. Here's the deal. Blood is not on the board. Let me tell you this. We are getting down to scrotum cutting time. 1 strike. 1 answer remains.
It's 3 and 2.
Name something associated with vampires. You've said fangs. You said garlic. You said cross. You said steak. Steak's already been mentioned, Randy.
What? Hey, what would a vampire be without his cape?
Cape. In the mirror.
Both great answers. But I mean, I don't say great answers. Both excellent answers.
You think about Dracula, he would always put that cape around this lady that he was about to bite.
He didn't like light either.
He did used to do that. He didn't like light either, according to Randy. Dave, you are the leader of this team.
Yeah.
Call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, once again, the game to you, Bazzel and Josh. Name something associated with vampires. 1 answer remains.
What about capes?
Roger, has coffin been said or no?
Has coffin been said, Roger?
Has coffin been said?
Coffin has not been said.
Go ahead, Baz.
Josh, I think we go because vampires have to have a coffin. I'm going to
They
go
have
coffin.
to have one.
Yes.
Well, they don't have to. They have to.
They don't have
to. They do. You look at every vampire.
No. Rick Schaefer says they never have.
Have you seen Sinners, Baz?
True.
Yes,
say,
that's a
say.
terrible.
They have to have more. They have to. It's got to be
That was
more
a good
dark.
movie.
It's got to be without sunlight more than it does. A coffin.
Oh, have we said sunlight yet?
Oh, Dave, what did you?
Well, that's the big
Dave,
dark.
Dave just said
Dave
that.
said
Yeah,
sunlight.
yeah. And that was
There's
wrong.
nothing else left because it says we've done the steak and we've done blood. We've done body.
What about
potatoes.
doorways? Don't you have to be invited in the doorway if you're in a
Garlic.
vampire?
Oh, to be invited into a home. Yes, that's right.
I think coffin is more.
Oh,
I
let's
think
do
it's
coffin.
better.
It's a no-brainer that coffins are
Let's do
associated
coffin.
with. Not on the board.
son of a gun.
Not- And that big, the Crazy Dave wins. The answer I'm looking for were fangs, cape. Was trying to say garlic, cross, and steak were the answers.
So, Josh,
None of the answers.
I had cape. I had it right.
Cape. Yeah,
You did. Josh had cape.
And I let
And
Baz,
you didn't go with the kid. You let him overrule.
yeah,
you let him overrule.
That won't happen
I've
ever
watched more
again.
vampire movies than Josh.
He has. He has actually.
I'm done. I'm
Baz,
done being your
Josh.
teammate. I really
he
am.
has bit more chicks than you
so
have
done being
too.
your teammate.
I
Every-
promise you.
every
All
time.
in the name of foreplay.
You choke or you purposely lose or you overrule me, I'm over it.
Yep.
I'm done. Find a new partner. Find a new partner.
He's done.
I've had enough
That's it.
losing.
Crazy Dave, let Josh tell you what you've won. And remind him, Josh, how many days it is before he can call back. Josh, thank you very much.
4
Crazy.
tickets to go see the Hot Springs Wise Guys play the Kansas City Goats.
Perfect. He
on
lives down that
Saturday
way, so he can go see them.
At OAKLAWN Field at Banco ZK Arena in Hot Springs.
Outstanding.
And he can take a vampire with him.
Chuck, we appreciate you. Thank your
Thank
sponsor.
you. Thank you, Hubbard Power Sport. Hubbard Power Sports Can-Am and Sea-Doo in Russellville.
There it is, Dave. And
Thanks,
we'll be,
Chucky.
there it is.
Thanks,
we'll be
guys.
right
Poor
back.
Chuck didn't even know the clock.
Wrap
Good
it
job.
up.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon, you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
You'll be one smart cookie when you try Bluebell Cookie Cake Ice Cream. A sweet cream ice cream loaded with chocolate chip cookie cake pieces and swirls of chocolate and vanilla icing. This cookie cake ice cream really takes the cake.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at all City Market grocery stores and all value food stores.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agent Hayden Strickland in Sherwood, Vic Seidenschwartz in Carlisle, or Todd Matthews in Benton today.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Justin Aker for CertaPro Painters, and it is summertime. If you're looking for a project to be done at your house, then get them on board now. You can sign up for your free estimate, and you can get your project scheduled as well at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. I've had painters work in the past, and you don't get the kind of experience you get with CertaPro, where they're going to clean up after themselves, leave you with a great paint job, and they're going to do it all at an affordable price. For your home, for your business, CertaPro is the answer. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. So get them on your project now, again, at CertaPro.com.
You've waited long enough, y'all. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union Summer Auto Loan Special is rolling full speed ahead, but I'm telling you, it ain't going to last much longer. Ultra-low rates starting at 1.99%, no payments for 90 days, and up to 84 months to finance. New, used, or refinanced 2023, 24, and 25 models all qualify. But the clock's ticking. This thing shuts down August 30th, so don't let it pass you by. Head to alcoacommunityfcu.org and step into the future with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving 15 counties in Central Arkansas.
Bazzel.
You know, I couldn't stop talking about it to my family and friends. My knees are my trouble spot. But for me to tell them now that I'm doing so much better, they were amazed, and I've been amazed.
QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies. Yes, it is amazing how these non-surgical treatments deliver joint pain relief for patients like Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor.
Each week, I just started noticing that I could sleep and not have pain. I could play pickleball. I could do a CrossFit exercise routine.
QC Kinetics revitalizes your joints so you can move again without the pain pills or invasive surgery.
You know, I'm 60 years old and I want to stay competitive as long as I can. And QC has allowed me to do that. They did me right and really made a difference in my life.
Book your free consultation with QC Kinetics today and experience the difference for yourself.
I like to go, move, move, move.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
What's up, everyone? It's Christian Weaver for The Zone. On Tuesday, Justin Acri and DJ Williams will be back in studio, and they'll be joined by a special guest in studio in Jordan Wicks. He's got a week off for the All-Star break. He joins us thanks to Crane Buick GMC of Conway. Pat Bradley will come on in the second hour thanks to River City Flooring. And then in the final hour, Susan Irwin Prowse will join us thanks to Willie Dees for her Entertainer's Guide. And the SEC Media Days continue, so of course we'll be getting into that. It's all that and much more Tuesday in The Zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
Want to see our beautiful faces? Catch Morning Mayhem streaming live every day on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Just search 1037 The Buzz.
3rd and 12 for the Hogs, operating with Sterner in the end zone, and so is his backfield. Clint pumps once. Now he's lobbing it downfield to Lucas, trying to catch it. He's got it at the 35, the 40, up to the 47-yard line of Arkansas, and it's a first down. What an unbelievably great throw and catch. 46 yards, and the Hogs are out of trouble for the moment.
Paul, I'm not a critic of defense, but I can't believe Texas's defense. No help from the safety. One-on-one Anthony Lucas, pump fake. Third down and 12. He's the only wide receiver. They let him go, and Arkansas hits the deep pass.
Yeah, great stuff. Rick Schaefer and Paul Leal. Did you say what year that was, Randy? I mean, Roger?
It says the Cotton Bowl, the 2000 Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, just want to give a shout out to Randy and Trey Shapp doing a great job, especially Trey, with our social media here.
I'm not in the same neighborhood.
Well, I know, but Double R has been flexing his muscles in his social media game. Very impressive. But Trey is going back to his channel 4 days.
Dude,
I think
he
thinks he's back in
that camera that he's got.
He is. He's the Steven Spielberg of the Buzz Academy.
He is the Spielberg of that, but he uses those things. Ask him to give you some of his home movies to watch.
I'd like to have some of the toys he's got.
I know.
Whoa.
Some of your home movies there.
I just fits in with what you said, Raj.
Do we have Acri in the studio?
We do.
Yet?
Mr. Acri is right here.
Hey,
Good morning, Justin.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Acri.
Just getting ready for the big show.
What's happening?
Well, we got a Major League Baseball pitcher in studio today.
Very cool.
Yeah, Jordan Wick's going to join us in studio since they're on the All-Star break today, thanks to Crane Buick GMC up in Conway. Red White Report thanks to UAMS Health. Ortho now, Pat Bradley. Coming to you thanks to River City Flooring, and Susan Irwin Prowse will be in the final hour with a little entertainment news, courtesy of our friends at Willie D's, and a whole bunch from there. And what else are we doing today? We've got a top 10 list. We'll see what we can get to today. It's going to be a busy show, Bass.
Yeah, we just had Kirby Smart. Next, it will be Steve Sarkisian, I believe, from Texas. So you got the heavyweights back to back. Is that right, Randy? Is that right?
No.
Who we got?
No.
Who we got?
No. Coming up next in the main will be Hugh Freeze. Then Josh Heupel. 3:15 is the Sark.
Gotcha. Boy, I tell
you want to be my latex salesman.
And I heard Hugh Freeze was here late last night.
What's that mean?
I can't confirm that.
Well, what are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
There have been a lot of remarks made about his.
You saying he's on roids too?
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Doing public relations.
His work ethic has been questioned recently.
Justin, what did you think of KT?
Yeah, let me change subject real quick.
What do you think of KT and his thoughts?
Taking the high road. Corporate America, buddy. It's corporate America now. It's not college sports anymore.
It's Chancellor's. It's not